What's going on, everybody? So I got some bad news today, and the only people that are going to hear this are the ones that watch it on the replay. So I just didn't want to sit there and think about it all by myself. So figured I'd start a live stream and at least talk to some other people. Somebody's in here. Who's in here? Well, comment there in the side chat. Whoever's in here. Oh, there's two people. Angry Boomer, what's up, man? How you been? I ain't seen you in a little bit. What's going on, Tiger? Everybody's bored as I am tonight. Oh hell. How's the weather where you guys are at? Oh, I'm glad to see you back. Glad to see you're doing surviving. Hot and rained all afternoon. Well, it rained here all morning, Tiger, and then it kept doing that misting crap where you thought it was going to rain the rest of the damn day. So I didn't get out on the bike at all today, unfortunately. Boomer, you been out on your bike? So you got that rain that left here this morning then, or last night? Oh hell! I really need to go to the chiropractor. What's going on, Paul G? Well, Boomer, I couldn't shift properly, so and I couldn't hardly get it off the kickstand. What's going on, Dallas? Chad, what's up? Thank you, Dallas. I knew what you meant, Angry. I think we all knew what you meant. We may give you shit for it, but if anybody wants to jump in, I'll already posted the link once, but I'll go ahead and do it again. Figure we go for a few hours tonight. What's going on, Bedlam? But yeah, I couldn't get mine off the kickstand for a while. or Jiffy stand, sorry, as Harley calls it, but just because it was my left leg and all the weights on that side. Working? That's no damn good. Anything you want, Boomer. Anything you want, bud. Just one of those nights where I was sitting at home bored and had a lot on my mind that I didn't need to be sitting there wallering in. So, oh, hell. What's going on, Bri? How's that new road glide treating you? The Cadillac. The Cadillac of Harleys. No, Bedlam, I'm actually doing pretty good now. It starts acting up a little bit, but nothing too major. It's just a pain if I keep it in one spot too long. I get a little bit of a stiffness. Uh, I can't shift. I can't hardly use the toe shifter, but I uh, I can't pick up with the toe shifter, I should say. But I put a heel toe shifter on there a while back so I can actually shift the bike. The Dyna I had in my garage for over a year, which I finally took back to its owner yesterday. I had to put my heel over the toe shifter and pick up just barely with the back of the heel as much as I could to get it to shift. That is, obviously. Uh, Sorry. Got tagged in something on Instagram, which I knew it was coming because I just had 10 different people. A lot of creepy guys like Dallas. Or are you talking like Bert? I mean, they're both kind of creepy in their own way. Oh, there we go. I've been waiting on that one for a little bit. So who's got a topic? I got a topic for the end of the month, but I didn't prepare a damn thing tonight. Hey HD, how the hell? Hold on. How the hell do you pronounce your name that you have on Instagram? I've never talked to that Bedlam guy there, Bry. So, oh, son of a. Hey, Bri, why don't you hook me up with your contact with Custom Dynamics so I can add some stuff to my bike? Well, but it may be your God given name, but I don't know how to pronounce that. No, I'm right down here in Southern Illinois, Bedlam. You're Chicagoland area, right? What's going on, Charlie? I really need to find a damn webcam that can be farther away because I don't like my face taking up the whole damn screen. Oh, hell. What part of Southern Illinois? As long as you say pretty well anything south of 70, you're actually Southern Illinois. So I had people from Champaign that consider themselves part of Southern Illinois at one point. I'm like, that doesn't count at all. That's central. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have a horrible memory, dude. You've told me that before. You don't need to get me parts, bro. You just need to get me the hookup. They can send me what they want. Yeah, you told me that. I just have a horrible freaking memory. Hitting the head too many times. The army fucked it up. So many excuses I can use, but it's mainly just a shitty memory. I never said he had to buy me parts. I just said he needed to get me the hookup. Hey, there's Boomer waiting.
Hey. We got
Mr.
audio.
Famous over there with the glasses on.
Well, it's a light, you know. If I turn the light off, you won't see me. Or I'll be squinting all night. Hold on. I'm doing this from the couch, which is highly irregular. But hey. It's time.
Oh, you're drinking the light stuff tonight?
Yeah, it's my go-to, PBR.
Well, at least it ain't the whiskey you're on there, that first night you're ever on a live stream.
Oh shit, the Baggers and Brews. My wife saw that. She almost shit herself. She saw that bottle of Crown Royal go from here to nothing.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half.
Yeah, me and Crown get along way too good.
It's easy.
At least
It's
I
smooth.
think so.
It's nice and smooth.
What's going on, Ryden?
So what'd you do to your leg where you couldn't put your little kickstand down?
It wasn't I couldn't get it down. I couldn't get it off the kickstand. I broke my tibia and fibia in October.
Oh, I broke my tibia.
Yeah, I made sure to do them both at the same time. So
moving the bike in my backyard, it was the stupidest damn thing I ever done.
Dude, I took a step backwards.
I mean, it was raining and it was muddy, and I had to move it because I had to hide it. I had it upstate at my cottage, and I had to come downstate to do some furnace work. It was winter, and I sort of had it tucked under, and I couldn't get in the door, which was to the left. So I sort of pushed it backwards, got it in the side yard. Then I had to get it up to the front yard, but a little incline, and it was a little muddy, and the back tire slid. I put my right foot down, my right foot down to steady it, and my right foot slid. And 700 pounds later, I'm still a little stiff for using the brake. So it cut into my season pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can always pick your heel up, use your whole damn foot if you have to, which is
And
basically what I have to do now permanently for shifting. But I got a little bit of articulation, but not to my liking.
I mean, I took it out for 5 miles, and my ankle was sore and swollen up again.
Oh
So
shit!
it's getting close now, you know. But there's
But
an engineering flaw in the bike anyway, you know. The brake pedal, it's a forward control,
yeah,
and the air
no,
cover kicks the knee out, so you just sort of got to cock your leg.
yeah, I understand what you're saying. One of my buddies, he actually ended
Get
up having his leg cut
to
off there a little while back. His right leg,
the
just below the knee somewhere.
pedal, which
Why you
makes
sideways?
it hard if you got a sore ankle.
Why you sideways? But yeah, one of my buddies, he hit a deer on I-70, which is major interstate running across Illinois, just north of me, about 30 miles. And he had all kinds of pain for about a year, and then finally decided to say screw it, and had it cut off, and has a prosthetic now, obviously, but he's still trying to figure out how he's gonna use his brake. Mine, it took me. I already wanted a damn heel shifter, anyways. But once I got a heel shifter, I was pretty well good to go. I could shift with my toes before my surgery, the second and third surgery, and I'm finally back to where I can do that after. Oh, I've been riding for about almost a month, I think. Not quite, maybe 3 weeks. Hell, I don't know. I don't keep track of dates very well either. And Boomer's back.
Yeah, I don't know. Technical glitch, you know. You didn't see these. I got 57-year-old eyes, you know.
I do too, but I'm only 38, so
Yeah, I know. It'll go fast from there on in, all downhill.
yeah, my eyes have been bad since I was 6 years old. I've been wearing glasses since I was 6.
I got just readers. They started going at around 4. And if you looked at my text on my phone, the letters are like that big on my text. People laugh. They can read it across the bar. Guy at the other end of the bar can be trolling my texts.
Hillbillies like moonshine. Well, I prefer moonshine too, but
Over on my
we can't get the good shit around here, there, Tiger. Boomer is hardcore. Did you freeze up on me? You froze up on me, didn't you? Boomer, you got to get better than freaking wood fired internet, all right?
I got could be mine.
Hey, riding. I was 30 yards away from my bike whenever my broke
I
my
got
leg.
online.
Dude, I'm getting ready to kick you out. You're cutting in and out. I don't know if you can hear me, but you are glitchy as shit. And you're back to sideways, but you're moving. There's HD.
What's up, guys?
Boomer, did you mute yourself, or do I need to unmute you?
Why is he turned sideways like that?
I don't know, but if he goes back the other way, he glitches himself.
Is he on a phone or is he on a computer?
If he was on a phone, it'd just be a vertical of what he's at. But
it's like the thing is turned like this, you know.
I understand.
Yeah,
but it's something to do with his connection or something, because whenever he was normal,
okay, there you go. Well, you got it.
Whenever his picture was normal, I couldn't hear him and he was locking up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, riding, I was at least 30 yards away from the bike, took a step backwards and crack, and down I went. I was out for the count. Well, not out for the count, but I was down for the count. I ended up taking a nice little helicopter ride out of it. But my bike is still in good shape, so we're good. Okay, Boomer. I'll kick you out and see what happens. And I'll put that back out there.
Oh gosh, sorry. I was messaging back and forth with Salty.
Oh,
with Salty and Sprinkle. I told him, I was like, hey, I'm in the stream with you. If you're free, come join. And he goes, I'm in Detroit with family, and I just sent a message on Instagram. Detroit's a wonderful city. Okay.
Make sure you're well armed.
What's up, Tiger? I will say this, I have been to Detroit only because I went to the NASCAR race at Michigan International, and I have a cousin that lives outside Detroit. But when I was there, I went to the Henry Ford Museum, which is really cool. And I tell people the Henry Ford Museum is wonderful. There's only one problem with the Henry Ford Museum. It's in freaking Detroit.
Yeah.
That's the only problem with it. But no, it was really cool to be able to go to it. But it's for those that don't know, it's for American innovation. So it's more than just Ford cars. Obviously there's a lot of Ford cars because of, for obvious reasons. But no, it was really cool to see that. Like, they have one of the first ever rooms for they have an exhibit, and you can actually walk in the exhibit of one of the first rooms. Designs of Holiday Inn hotels, and to walk in there was really cool to be able to see that. They got tons of other stuff, tons and tons of other stuff. It's a big place. Haven't been to Detroit. I can confirm. Oh man, so no, it was fun. It was fun to go see that, and then go to the race and all that stuff. But also to see my cousin that lives outside Detroit. So it was again one of those times when I walked outside, Knuckles.
Yeah.
I walked outside when I landed at the Detroit airport and walked outside, and I felt the cold breeze hitting. Because I went and this is like in August, when it's like 100-something degrees here, and I walked outside. I had a cold breeze hit my face, and I was like, God, I forgot this felt like shit.
I'm just glad you started feeling state from Detroit
and Chicago too. Even though Chicago.
I'm gonna be north of Chicago. But I'm gonna be like 3 hours north of Chicago, so
nice. Nice.
2 hours, something like that. Hell, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We don't go through Chicago to get there. We
Avoid
cut
it.
across over into Indiana, taking a 2-lane
Mhm.
highway over into Indiana and pick up another interstate.
Mm-hmm.
At
I
least
will
we got
say,
it
I will
Thursday.
say that Chicago is a fun town. Obviously, you got to watch where you go, all that stuff. I mean, look, it's a fun town
Too
to
big.
visit. I wouldn't want to live there, no. But damn, the beer was good, the sights were good, and the food was just so damn good. But I wouldn't want to live there, no. It's kind
Too
of like,
big.
well, it's
I
kind of
don't
like,
even want to pass through there. So then again, I don't like cities.
Yes, I have, Tiger. It's wonderful. I've been to both of them. I've been to Wheels Through Time,
wanna
and
do
I've been
both.
to, huh?
Said I want to do both. I just haven't yet.
Yeah, it's worth it. It is worth it. Both of them are.
Which if my buddy's damn spider comes in, I plan on doing something the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
That's if his spider comes in. That's when he has a week off work, so he doesn't take a vacation day or take any
Nice.
vacation.
Mm-hmm.
But it was supposed to have shipped. See, today's the what is it? Today's the 9th. It's supposed to have shipped last week.
Mm-hmm.
When he called Tuesday, I think he said,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh no, we don't have any date on that yet at all."
Oh shit, mm-hmm.
Dude, I know you gave a $1,500 non-refundable deposit, but I'm pretty sure there's stipulations on that where you can get your fucking all your damn money back.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
whenever he ordered it, he was told,
Yes.
"Oh yeah, if you put 5,000 down, it'll be here before March or the end of March or
Mm-hmm.
beginning of April, whatever it was."
Yeah.
So he paid his $1,500 down, and then as
Mm-hmm.
soon as he had a damn Riker that had all kinds of problems. As soon
Mm-hmm.
as it sold,
Mm-hmm.
he put almost all that money towards it.
I will get my money back if you can. Yeah,
He can
there's ways of doing that.
He can get all of his money back except for maybe the $1,500, but I think he can even get the $1,500 back.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, to answer Tiger's question, the Harley Davidson Museum, both of them are just so cool to see. You know, because you're seeing the whole evolution of motorcycles when you're there. I mean, when you walk up and you see the exhibit bike serial number 1, and you're like, "That's bike serial number 1." That's cool, and you can kind of see the lineage starting from the first 1903 to what we have now. I mean, it's cool, seeing the I think it's 1909. I think 1909 is the first year of the V twin engine. It's either 1909 or 1910. I can't remember. I'm not going to look it up right now.
Honestly, I don't know.
And then I want to say it's 1920 or something like that, somewhere in there. That was the first, and if someone knows in the chat, please correct me if I'm wrong. That was the first year of the teardrop gas tank of what we, pretty much what we have now. So, and then of course the biggest thing everybody probably wants to see is the 1936 EL. The first year of the Knucklehead. I mean, that's just seeing that was like, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then Wheels Through Time. Huh? What's that?
So I want them all.
Of course we do.
Fit in the garage somehow, and I'd be happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, hell, you got a lift and everything, so you got
Yeah, but that doesn't help them all fit. I can't fit anything underneath the lift, so I don't have a garage the size of damn Demolition Ranch. I mean, wouldn't y'all just hate to have that garage?
Oh gosh. Oof.
Y'all know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. So,
see, it's Demolition Ranch is who he is on YouTube,
mm-hmm.
and Off the Ranch and Vet Ranch and all the other damn ranches he has. And
I'm probably gonna have to now that you're talking about it, I'm gonna have to go check it out. So, like you had
on Demolition Ranch, it's all guns, and he's in Texas. I can't remember exactly where at.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that owns Bunker Branding.
Was that wasn't the person that Dan Gears and Gadgets went to go see when he came here. Well, he went to Dallas for the get on at MotoFest.
He went to Bunker Branding, yeah.
Yeah, I remember him going somewhere. It was outside San Antonio. Was he rented a car and drove from Dallas to San Antonio, which is like 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours. I just don't remember where he went to.
Yeah, he went to the Bunker Branding headquarters to their storefront, the only storefront they have.
So did Bryce say he's going to help you with custom dynamics? Did he tell you that?
No, he didn't say whether he was going to or not.
Dang it.
He is outside of San Antonio, like a good ways outside San Antonio. On I-10.
I think I looked it up. I want to say he was like in Bernie. What said Bernie? Don't ask me. That's Bernie. That's Bernie. Don't ask. Okay, I don't know this shit. But to answer your question, now that I'm on camera, my name is said Jacques Livide, but I go by Jack.
Okay.
So
yeah, there's no way in hell I could pronounce that.
Don't worry, I'm used to people not being.
You're just going to be HD.
That's fine. That's all good, man.
I need to grab a beer.
Go ahead. He went to go get a beer, Canadian vet. That's where he went.
Oh, hell.
But yeah, I might as well get it out of the way. Yes.
Canadian vet, I am in Southern Illinois. About 30 minutes south of Effingham, Illinois. Nowhere near Chicago.
And too close to St. Louis.
Patter, let's get at her.
I said
I'm an hour and a half from St. Louis. I'd rather be associated with St. Louis than ever with Chicago.
I totally agree with that. Even though I love Chicago. I do love Chicago. It's a fun town.
Nope.
Well, like I said, I never lived there. I just visited. That's it. But What kind of phone do you have there? God.
Samsung.
Oh, you got the Droid.
Got a case on it that I made the mistake of setting down on a rag that I had just soaked in acetone at work.
Oh.
So it ate all the paint off of it.
Nice.
That's
what color was it?
Red around the edges.
Oh, okay. Okay. At first, I thought you had a pink phone case for a second. I was like, "Why do you have a pink phone case?"
No, it does kind of have a. It's supposed to be white, but obviously the red paint stained it at some point.
Bedlam. Look at Bedlam's comp.
I've seen it. Am I doing Laconia next year? It's not on the list, but I kind of want to.
That's a long ride for you, is it?
Dude, I'll ride that bike anywhere.
Oh, I know. My thing is just trying to do so much travel. It's hard to you have to kind of pick what you want to do. We all have these things called work that gets in the way of stuff.
Yeah, but whenever I go back to work, hold on, let me look at this again. I looked it up.
What's up, Drew?
Hey,
Drew, join in if you want, man. Join in if you can, if you feel up to it. Join on in. Like I said, man, like I said earlier, Drew, in the Baggers and Brew stream, get yourself better, man. Your health is nothing to play. It's nothing to mess around with, man. Get yourself better.
Let's see. I have 46 hours of vacation right now.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I left, I didn't have any vacation pretty well.
Nice. Okay.
Or, well, I had vacation, but I used it all before I started taking my 30-day personal leave because they were going to burn all my vacation for it.
Yeah.
So I think I burned all but like a day and just let them have that one day. Then, but I'll have 56 hours of vacation by the time I go back to work. And by the time I got to take off in October, I'll have 86 hours, maybe more. Because my vacation goes up in the end of next month.
I mean, how close? I mean, are you getting better? Is your leg getting better, or
it's
kind of the same?
It really can't get any better. It can't get any worse either because it's titanium rod. If I fuck it up, I've really done something.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm pretty good at fucking shit up. So, I mean, I can break two bones in one shot without even trying.
Well, I mean, hell, look at the pictures I sent you. I sent those pictures to Knuckles TV. I sent it to Pro Monkey. I sent it to a couple other friends of mine with the with the same, pretty much the same message. Well, I can't say that nothing fell off of here. Okay, don't say anything. No, like I said, I have a 2014 Road King, and you know this. Those saddlebag bolts are not very good, and I've been meaning to change them. I just, you don't think about it, yada yada yada, And then I was riding down this road, this back road, not close to my house, but somewhat close to my house, and I just I must have just hit this bump right, and I hear this noise, and I'm like, what the hell was that? And I reach back with my right hand. And I don't feel the saddlebag, and I went, son of a bitch. So then I had to slow down, spin around, and go back and find the damn thing. So, and luckily I found it. So
one of my buddies has a 2012 Street Glide. He's had it for quite a while, or he may not even have it anymore for all I know. I don't talk to him all that often, but he went on a big trip up to Wisconsin, bought him a half helmet. I think it was Wisconsin because they required helmets. And he bought him the half helmet, and he was on his way home. He got within 30 miles of his exit, and he just all of a sudden heard a noise, looked down, and there goes his bag skidding across the interstate.
Fuck.
And there was a turnaround coming up.
Yeah.
So he hit the turnaround, went down to the next one, which was only a mile and a half away. And about the time he got back to it, big truck hit it.
Fuck.
Destroyed the new helmet that he had just bought, destroyed his rain suit, he never did find his wallet that was in that saddlebag.
Shit.
That son of a bitch was just
yeah. Well, luckily, like, the stuff,
fairy dust.
Yeah, luckily the saddlebag that I keep all that stuff in, my wallet, insurance, all that stuff, is the left saddlebag. so the saddlebag that fell off was, but no, all I had in there all I had in the saddlebag was just a towel, a sweat towel pretty much, because it's like 105 here right now. A big bottle of Dasani's water and my garage door opener. That's it. That's all I had in there. It's not like I had like 50 pounds or 60 pounds worth of stuff in there, So, but no, luckily, obviously I found it, and the latch held, so nothing flew out, nothing. So all I had to do was the only thing that really worried me was not being able to reattach it, and I was able to reattach it, and
it's not cracked, is it? So it's not cracked, is it?
No, it's not cracked. It's just that's probably the best pictures. The ones I sent you, that's probably the best. I mean, it's got scratches. I don't think there's any cracks anywhere. No.
I think I can speak for all of us when I say we're glad to hear your blood pressure's coming down.
Yes.
Did they ever figure
Yes.
out why your white blood cell count is high? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Push pin latches. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
the little corner turn shit.
yeah. I've been. It's one of those. You think about doing it. You think about like, okay, I need to go get like some.
Hey, Boomer's back.
I think about going to get like some rickrack saddlebag bolts or something like that. I just haven't done it, and then of course, you don't do it, and then this happens, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean,
Hold on, Boomer. You gonna try it again?
Yeah, I'm on the laptop now. I don't know why
Yeah.
my phone was screwing up so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm back. if you look at my last video of bloopers and things like that, it starts off with Angry Boomer struggles with technology. Some pretty funny shit. So.
Hey, I do
Hey,
too
no.
sometimes, bud.
Hey, I do too. So
it was with Baggers and Brews. It was funny as shit, man. But
oh, that was legendary. I just have to say that, Angry Boomer. That was legendary. Your appearance on the Baggers and Brews stream. That was legendary.
that was amazing.
About.
And they haven't invited me since.
Hey, I was on there earlier today, so
I figured for sure, I went up. I gained like 4 subs that night. And because you can't, it'll teach you can't always believe what you read on the internet. Because the side chat's like, I found my new favorite guy on the internet on YouTube, blah blah blah, and it's like, later on I'm like, let me check it out. Oh, I went from 14 to 17. All right. But I'm up to 70 now, so 70, not bad.
that's not bad. I mean,
No.
you've been at it less than a year, right?
Yeah, a lot less. And once I start putting road footage on with my bike, it'll increase. I'm sort of filling in gaps with funny shit and Uncle Boomer videos and stuff, which got me fired. Incidentally, I lost my job because they didn't like Uncle Boomer being drunk doing whiskey reviews on the internet. So
what?
Because you were doing it at home.
Because you're doing it at home on your own time.
And they said, we don't want someone like that representing our company. I'm like, that ain't me. That's a character called Uncle Boomer, and my name is not on the channel.
Yeah.
And there's no way a customer. The thing was happening was the guys in the warehouse were having fun with my videos, so I kept posting them. And maybe I got a little over the top, but normally, you have a sit down, you have a meeting, and they're like, all right, don't do it again. Take 2 weeks off, no pay, whatever. They're like, fuck you, and they marched me out like in a minute. So screw them. I'd rather do this. But it was these reviews.
I'd rather do this too to make a living, but it's not going to happen for a very, very long time.
Well, luckily my wife works a little bit.
I mean, I guess I could buy subscribers like Monkey was talking about, but I don't have enough money for that.
Yeah.
Well, most of his subscribers came over from OnlyFans anyway, so it wasn't like it was a windfall, It's just like his foot videos were popular. So
I've been told that's the way to make money on OnlyFans.
Feet.
Yeah.
I couldn't respect myself in the morning. I just assume I'd get undressed in front of this right now rather than put my feet up. That's very, how do you live with yourself?
I actually have a female friend that does the OnlyFans thing, so and then
nice.
It doesn't pay all of her bills. She actually went to work for Amazon delivering packages so she could afford a boob job. So,
Now wait a minute. Do you know her personally? Does she live
Mhm.
near you? Does she live
Not
near
near.
you?
She doesn't live near me, no. But we go to the local rally that I go to, that Hog Rock. She goes down there.
Where's that?
It's in Southern Illinois.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we weren't talking about the same person. So, all right, cool.
And then she also goes to about all the small rallies, and every once in a while she goes to big Sturgis. She works out there with a guy they call Wild Man Willie. He does shirt. You buy a shirt at the rally, and you bring it to him. He has you put it on, and he starts cutting it up, starts cutting pieces of it off, and turns it into a bodysuit that's skin tight and next to nothing left.
All right. Because, I'm not adverse to other things. Like, I think I showed a nipple at the end of Baggers and Brews that one time, but feet, I don't know about my feet, though. So what are you riding these days?
I'm on my
Busted.
21 Road Glide.
Oh, you rich freaking bastards.
Dude, the bank gave me all that money, so.
How about you, bro?
I ride a 2014 Road King.
Yeah, you're getting in my range. I'm on an 04 lowrider.
Okay.
I like the feel, But like I was telling Bus, you were probably on. It broke up, but there's an engineering flaw I hate, and that is the brake pedal on the right. The little pedal part is short, so the air cover cocks your knee out, so you're sort of bending, wrapping your leg sort of around it to reach the pedal. So I got to put a little extension on it to get it out. I don't like that, but it's about my only problem with that bike. Other than that, it's like a part of me when I'm on it. Nice low forward controls, broke my ankle good.
Yeah. I had the same problem on my Softail, but I don't really notice the intake on my last two bikes.
Well, there's two little screws where you can change the rubber out, and I think I'm just going to get a longer piece of metal and just punk it out,
Yeah.
I ain't going to waste my money. Or just get a couple of those pipe clamps and clamp a little block of wood across it.
All right. Now, if I can figure out how to share my screen again, I've done this once before.
Yeah, you have. You have done it before.
Peruse comments here. See if anyone's talking about me behind my
Can you all see it?
There we go. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, that was a full shirt at one point, and he cut it into that. That's just one of his examples. There's another one.
Yeah, that works.
I mean, he's pretty good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have a price to charge. It's basically off of a donation. And how do I? There we go.
So where the hell is Droop?
Huh? Droop just woke up for a little bit. He's probably went back to bed by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks perpetually tired. That guy.
That's what my wife says about me.
I mean, he picked the right name.
I wanted to say that so bad the other day in the chat. I was like, nope, I can't do it. I kept
Drew.
Hyping it up. I went, nope.
Well, let's see. It's 11:30 out here, so my ADHD medicine is long worn off. So what comes out of my mouth can be like a flock of doves that you just can't get back once it goes out. So feel free to pull the plug on me if I get carried away.
No problem. Where were you at that he was at, Bedlam? Were you down there at Hog Rock? Tiger, it more than likely was him. He was in front of One-Eyed Jack's there at the Affliction store, I think. Can't really remember. All the way down on the west end of the strip.
If you wanted to watch.
That
Damn
sounded
it,
good.
Bedlam. We've been down there probably at the same time a dozen times, but no, I think I've only been there a dozen times, but and then I missed this year. But he always works his ass off when he's there. And Bedlam more than likely knows the gal that I'm talking about that just had the boob job done.
I'm sure a few people know that girl.
Tiger, it may have been. I think they may have featured him at some point. Oh.
Yeah. So where y'all headed? What's your next rally?
I am actually headed up to Muskegon Bike Times next week.
So where'd you grow up, Busted?
Majority of my life right here in Southern Illinois.
All right, my roots
I
go
haven't
out.
ventured too far away. I was born in Oklahoma, but
Got out of there as soon as you could.
I'd rather go back to Oklahoma than be in fucking Illinois.
Sorry, being a Texan, I had to say that. Sorry.
You do realize that Oklahoma is the one state that Obama did not win a single damn county in 2008, right? It's the only state that Obama did not win a single county in.
Does that matter? No, it doesn't. Not right now. Sorry.
No, it doesn't fucking account for shit right now.
They don't have to win
They're
him to
more
get him anymore.
conservative than what most people believe.
They don't have to win him to get him anymore. They just take him.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
So, but hey, we don't want to steer too deep there. We'll stick to motorcycles. So you grew up in the Midwest. My roots go out to St. Louis, Missouri area, and then tiny little towns people never heard of along the Mississippi.
Chad, not every year. This will be my second year I've been. And it's actually not bike times that I'm going to. I'm going to the BBB, the Backyard Bike Builders annual shindig, which just happens to fall on Muskegon Bike Times. They just decided the third weekend of July, they were going to do a thing. And it just happened to be the same weekend that they had the bike time. So oh, excuse me.
So you've been in that same area your whole life then?
Yeah, I moved here when I was pretty young.
Yeah. What was your first bike?
My first bike I ever bought was a 2006 Ninja 250.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I bought it thinking, you know what, I'll ride this for a year, maybe 2 years, and I'll trade it off and get something bigger. 2 months, if that. I took it in for its first oil change and traded it off.
Nice.
You never had a mini
600 Yamaha.
You never had a mini bike or anything when you were younger?
Not for very long. My stepdad got one at one point, and then I took it for a ride, and it wasn't running right, and brought it back into the garage, and that was the last I seen of it. Now my stepdad has a couple of them in the garage. He's got an old Harley mini bike, an actual Harley mini bike that I really would love to get running.
I've seen those. It's got like one cylinder, like with the air fins and stuff, and spark plugs right on top. They're pretty cool.
I think this one's in the side, just like a
Is it?
normal Harley, but I don't see it. I mean, I see it whenever I go there. If I go out to the garage to help cook on the grill, but I didn't do that the last couple of times because I'm laid up. But I plan on. I would like to bring it home at some point and get it running so that my kids can ride it around.
I had a really overprotected mother, and she wouldn't let me do shit growing up. But for some reason, she must have been drunk again. But I was 10 years old, and she bought me a Honda CT70. And if she would have known that I could get that thing above 50 at 10 years old, she would have never bought it for me. Coolest bike in the world. They're worth a lot of money now. It's just still had it.
Mm-hmm.
We paid like $400 for it in the early 70s, and it's about a $4,000 bike now in decent shape.
That's on the list of possibilities to go to.
I think Droop's going to be there. Droop. He said that before his health stuff, so I don't know if he's going to be there now. So
he'll oversleep.
That too.
He'll oversleep.
That and VAM. I'd like to go to VAM, but that's the weekend after I get back from Michigan, so I don't think the wife's going to allow that one. Hey, 9 Mills, thanks for stopping in.
What's up, 9 Mill? What's up, man? Join in, brother. Hey, 9 Mill, I got to join in. I got to tell you a funny story, man. What happened to me today? And you're going to know exactly where it happened. Because 9 Mill lives close to me, so.
I can just put up a picture. He can already figure it out.
Oh yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons. I mean, trust me. I knew when I sent it to you, when I sent you those pictures on Instagram, Busted. I was like, I did say to myself before I sent them, there's a chance that if he does a live stream, he could show these on the computer. But I was like, I don't care. Hey,
dude, it's not your fault. I was afraid you went down. You just showed me a saddlebag. So knowing you ride a Road King, there's not much else to scratch up.
Yeah, I mean, trust me. When I sent those pictures to not just you, but to other people, they were texting or calling me, going, "Are you okay? I mean, are you fine?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. The damn thing just fell off. Because they all thought I crashed. They all thought I went down."
That's the reason I asked if you were whole.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up?
Ooh,
hey,
damn.
what's up, my milk?
My elbow.
You right there?
What's going on, everybody? I was about to go to bed, and I seen this live stream come up.
Hey. You won't be in bed for a while now.
There you go.
There we go. Hey, 9 Mil, that happened on 970 between Florence and 183.
Really?
Today.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Hey, 9 Mil. I showed it to Knuckles TV. I sent the pictures to him, and I said, "Yep. If I ride my bike down to Bubba's Benefit on July 30th, I think my bike's going to have a little bit of character when you see it for the first time."
No doubt. Wow.
No, dude. Now I was just riding down the road. I was just riding down 970, and I must have hit a bump just right. And I hear this noise. I'm like, "What the hell was that?" And then I just immediately took my right hand and went, and reached back. I'm like, "Fuck, I don't have my saddlebag." So of course, you got to slow down, spin around, and go back. But hey, but look, this is where I was very lucky. 9 Mil, I was able to put it back on and get home. Like I thought I was going to have to run home, get my truck, my pickup truck, and go back and get it.
Oh, okay.
And also, I the saddlebag latch held, so nothing came out of the bag. Nothing was missing. Nothing. it was just sitting there on the side of the road.
The new ones, you don't have that much of. I guess you could have that much of a problem, but all your damage is on the front side of the bag, right? On the outside.
Yeah, it's all on the outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What happened?
I lost my fob.
Oh shit.
No shit.
Do you know your pin?
Shit.
No, I didn't even know you had to have a pin. I had
You
no
don't
idea.
have to have a pin, but it
Oh
kind of
no, but I'm
helps.
saying,
It helps.
see, I bought it used from a dealer in Dallas, 2017. So
Mhm.
I was like, oh crap! So I talked to my local dealer here, that and Ford, and they're like, well, it's like $350 to program new fobs, and that stuff. Like, oh yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like $700 because if you ain't got the pin, they got to
Yeah.
take the module out and all
Yep.
kind of stuff like that
Yeah.
to
And
replace
replace
that.
it.
Have
I was like,
you
ugh.
have you ever changed the pin?
No, I never knew. I didn't even know one existed. I didn't know there was one for it. I had no idea.
See now, Bikes, Beers, and Brews said on the newer bikes you have to take it to the dealership. I did mine underneath the damn canopy in the backyard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
It
I've
can be
watched a
done.
bazillion videos on how to do it and everything else. I'm like, okay. So then I finally tracked. I know the little mom and pop place I bought it from has been sold and all kind of shit and everything else. And I finally tracked them down where they've moved to another part of the country. And they said, well, try this code. We've used this code for a long time. And boom, I was like, oh, there we go. I don't have to pay
Nice.
$700, man.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Nice.
I was like,
Now
ooh.
change that to like the
I can't change it. You got to have a fob to change it.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought you had
I
to
think
put it in
so,
the
yeah.
pin.
In order to change it, you have to have a fob.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yep.
I think Rick HG Vibe did a video on this
Yeah.
recently,
You got
like
to have
within a
just
few
like
weeks ago.
starting it. You got to have a fob right
I think
there
it's
in
been a
order
few
to
months
change the
at
code.
least.
They don't want somebody, they don't want anybody to be able to change your code. So
Yeah.
But if they have to have the pin to change the pin, then they're going to be able to steal the shit anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So you gotta have the pin and the fob to change the pin. And then, but they started up without the fob. You got to have the pin, which is luckily they still had they used this one particular pin. I was so excited to crank it up. I'm like, oh, now I got to take it over to Horny Toad and have them fucking do their thing. So,
have them give you a new fob and shit.
fob and program it and all that shit.
Mhm.
Because I keep it in my pocket. The only time I take it out of my pocket is when I change my pants.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Exactly what I was doing. I was putting on a clean pair of pants, and I'm like pulled my keys out of my pocket and everything. Like,
Yeah.
where'd the fob go? Where's my fob? So I literally backtracked everywhere I went the day before
Mhm.
and couldn't
Mhm.
find it.
Well, hell, I was down there at Hog Rock. I can't even remember. Not this past October, or not this past June. I think it may have been like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was down there in June. Came home, didn't think anything of it. Bike, rode the bike and all that. Rode the bike home,
Mhm.
and I went to go get in the car. Went to push the little start fucking button. It wouldn't start. No key fob. Searched my pockets. Went, I don't have my key. Thinking, I took it out of my pockets, put it in my bag of clothes.
Mhm.
Nope, couldn't find it. Kind of forgot about it. And whenever I got down to Hog Rock in October, I went, I wonder if it's underneath where I had my hammock set up. So I went to where I had my hammock set up. And I was kind of kicked around the grass, and I seen something shiny. I carry a little 4-inch crescent wrench. It's the handiest damn tool you'll ever have in your damn pocket. I found it. I didn't even realize I'd lost it because it's one of those things you don't miss until you need it. And then I found my car key.
That's good.
But I still got my crescent
It's
wrench.
probably all kinds
There
of
you
shit. It's probably all kinds of crap under your hammock if you dig deep enough.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I found my car key right underneath where the hammock was, and somebody goes, "I can't believe the lawnmower didn't chop that up." Obviously, I'm between two trees that are on the edge of a damn giant downside of a hill. They're not going to get that close to it. So, yeah, the mower never got close to it.
Well, that's good.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
touch
yeah.
anything under my hammock unless I sprayed some bleach first.
What happened there? Oh, let's see here. Hey, Drew, what's going on?
Ah,
Is
he's
Drew
here.
back?
Is your back?
Hanger
I think Drew.
Brewer.
That
Get on,
was a
brother.
while ago.
Yeah, Drew's been gone for a little bit.
AP or Brian was on here. I'm looking back. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
Riding
yeah.
Humboldt County. Wow,
Yeah,
look at that.
Bry riding. Dallas was in here for like half a minute. Then he
This
abandoned
is like
us.
this is like
Yeah.
a Pro Monkey live
Oh, yeah,
stream.
I'm fixing
Yeah.
that man y'all too. I got to get up in the morning. So, like I said, I was about to go to bed and I just happened to see y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I seen your deal on Instagram is what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
messaged
decided to go ahead
him.
and go live. It was one of those things where I didn't need to be left alone to my thoughts tonight. So
No, I messaged 9 Mil on Instagram.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, Bus is live. You want to come join in?" So
oh,
I messaged him.
So I might be the only person in YouTube land that doesn't know what 9 mil means. Is that like 9mm gun, or is it Canadian miles, or what are we talking? What's 9 mil?
9mm gun.
Oh, cool. All right, decent.
where are you
What
from?
brand?
You're Texas, ain't you?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah, when he said 9mm gun, that eliminated Canada altogether. So
No, 9 mil is about an hour from me? Maybe not even
Not
that.
even that, probably.
Probably not even that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's a couple of weeks away, but let's if you want to, if I'm still up for going to the benefit in Conroe if you want to go. So
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, it's up in the air for me, but I'm almost 90% sure I'll go.
okay.
So, like I said, if you want to ride, I can drag a trailer.
Yeah.
Now, Bedlam, I know you're not talking about Hepatitis Pond.
No, but no, 9 mil. My bike might have some character. My bike's gonna have some character, but I guarantee you, 9 mil. I probably am gonna have new saddlebag bolts before I go that far.
Man. Well, I'm glad when I seen it, I said, "Oh, he went down."
Yeah,
that's the first thing I saw.
Oh yeah, I sent it to Busted. I sent it to a few other friends of mine. They either called or they texted me and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. Damn thing just fell off. I didn't crash."
I just asked him if he was whole. So
yeah, could be the same thing. It's the same thing. So yeah.
What's the fine line between a crash and a dump? You know, what do you consider it when you dump your bike or you crash it?
To me, a crash is a dump. I mean, you can dump your bike on purpose, but that takes a lot of training.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, nobody in this side chat has had that training.
I guess it was a crash. I don't know. My feet were on the ground. I was just going half a mile an hour when it slid out. So I don't know if you consider that a crash. I have a new respect for crash bars now, but
that's a fall.
Yeah, that's
it broke a bone in my leg, so and I'm still not riding. Here it is, July, and my season is
Boomer. I broke a bone in my leg, or both bones in my lower leg, just by taking a step backwards. So,
I mean, if I lived on a highway, I would use it just front brake only, but I got a lot of side back roads, and someone can pull out a second, and you got to grab corners and things. But on a highway, if you stay back, I'm not totally worried. People are like, I wear a heavy on the back roads and I wear a full helmet on the highway. I'm like, nah, I'm the opposite, man. Because shit's gonna happen on my back roads. I'm either gonna hit a deer or someone's gonna pull out on a blind corner. You know,
Well,
we got some good
here in Illinois, we're not required to wear a helmet, so
I would not wear one if it wasn't required. Not in a million years. You know. So,
I wear one from time to time, but it's not very often.
But wow. I'm also a Christian and an avid believer, and I believe my days are perfectly numbered. So, if and you can see it in the world, someone could fall off a 2-story building and walk away, and then someone else could trip over a brick on a curb, and they're dead. You know, because it was their time. And I figured, you know, if my time is when I'm on the bike, it's my time. You know, so I wouldn't wear a helmet if I didn't have to. But New York is screwed up anyway.
My stepmom asked me before I deployed, because I went out there. She goes, "Well, ain't you afraid?" Nope. She goes, "What do you mean?" No, I was like, when your number's up, your number's up. Doesn't matter if you're in the middle of a combat zone or you're sleeping at home in your own bed. When your number's up, your number's up.
That's exactly it.
Goes, well, I've never really thought of it that way.
Before you were born, your numbers were already counted, man. So,
yep.
If you understand that, you worry about nothing. You know.
Yep. When it's time for you to go home, it's time for you to go home.
It's like when we go to a restaurant, my wife and 2 children, they know where to sit because they know where I'm sitting.
Yep.
I'm sitting on the outside facing the door, and they know the instructions. If someone comes through that door, they go down. I go toward the guy because either my time's up anyway or it's not. But I'm going after the son of a bitch. You know, I don't fear anybody. You know, but it's a great way to live, man. It's a great way to live. I'm afraid.
Go ahead. Earlier is I stepped off my tailgate and tore my ACL. That's how easy it is. Yeah, ended up. Oh boy, I mean, yeah.
Well, it's I'd rather break a leg again than tear an ACL.
Yeah. So here's my problem. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of how I'm going to die. Like, I hate jet airlines because I don't want a fucking 12-minute heads up that I'm going to die. You know, prepare for a crash landing in 12 minutes. I don't want
that. You're not wrong, bud. You're not wrong.
No, you're not.
If it's going to happen like in an airline, I want another airline to just freaking take us out in a second. You know, I don't want 12 minutes heads up that I'm going to go. No. So, but other than that, I don't fear people, you know. And my wife's like, "You're gonna die you're gonna get killed because you're older than you think." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care." You know?
I just read Bellum's comment. I just read it.
I had a run-in with a little brat at a gas station, you know, and he's like wanting to come at me, and I'm like, "Dude, it's lose-lose for you. Either you kick my ass and you get to brag that you kicked some old man's ass, or I kick your ass and you get the distinction of having your ass kicked by an old man." I'm like, it's lose for you either way, so don't even try it.
I'm getting too old to fight. I'll just whack somebody across the fucking kneecaps.
There you go. I can't get away from it. We grew up with it. And me and my best friend used to fight just for fun. And we'd be bruised and cut up when we were done, just because we loved it, you know. If we were in a bar and something happened way down there, we were there, you know. We'd take 2 seconds to sort out what side we were on, and we'd jump right in. Stupid or not, I don't know, but it's just the way we were brought up. Different generation, you young kids, you know.
Yeah. Oh, wait, shit. I forgot I can do this. Hold on. There we go. I put a tick across the bottom. I forgot I can do that.
Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Like I said, I
That's
gotta
right.
go to bed. I just jumped on and say hey. And
It's good to see you, 9 Mil.
9
See
mil.
you, brother.
Good to be on you
Hey.
live once. Good deal, man.
all
Cheers.
right, but this old man going to bed because he got to get up before the chickens does. I got things I got to do. So.
Okay.
All right. Good night,
Hey,
y'all.
hey, 9 Mil. Hey, 9 Mil. I'll message you this week on Instagram. All right.
All right. Well, it'll
All
be dang, I forgot that too. I got to get the bike into the. Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of stuff, but we'll take care of it. All right. Later.
Later, man.
Oh hell.
So, Busted, you just flip the live button when you get bored, huh?
It's just one of those nights where I couldn't just sit there by myself.
You follow the process at all?
Huh?
Process, Jesse. The process.
No, I don't.
Mhm.
He'll
It's not
just
one I
turn
follow.
it on no matter what, and it could be at any time. I could be
Nah,
I could be
I
getting up at
usually
like
do that
2 in the
to somebody
morning to
else's
take a
live
piss,
stream.
and all of a sudden it'll come on, and I get hooked, and I'll get on, and I'll be on till like 5 in the morning.
I usually follow somebody else's live stream just because I know at that time usually nobody else is live. But it was one of those nights where I looked at the 100 or so that I follow. I didn't see anybody live. So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and go live.
Oh yeah, that works.
I mean, I was on with Baggers and Brews earlier, but I had some bad news earlier tonight, and I just didn't want to sit there in my own thoughts. So
Well, sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah, if you're gonna get stabbed or shot, yeah, the door is a good idea, Chad. Depends on the bar, depends on the town or the place.
oh yeah, that's not a big problem around here. I live in a small area.
Yeah, it's rednecks here. At my other house, it's way more redneck, but
Actually, I didn't get thrown out of a bar because they didn't give me I didn't give them the chance. One of my buddies had a party bus for his birthday, and there was 25 of us, 30 of us on the bus, and after the bus was over, we all went back to the VFW and drank beer. And one of our friends had the bright idea, hey, let's go to the Eagles. So we all loaded up in her van. A couple of us loaded up in her van. We went to the Eagles. I'm sitting there. I got a friend, and we were talking about cars. My grandpa has a shit ton of cars, and we're talking about old classic cars. And it's like, well, here, I pulled up my phone. I started scrolling through my pictures, and I started showing her all these cars, all my grandpa's classic cars. He's got a 59 El Camino, a 60 El Camino, a 61 Impala four-door, a 62 Biscayne, a 61 Bel Air wagon, 57 Chevy 150. He's got a shit ton of stuff. Not all of it's in the greatest shape, but I'm sitting there scrolling through, and all of a sudden, my phone's in the floor and my jaw hurts. I pick up my phone, I look up at the dude, and I walk out the damn door. And all of my friends that I didn't even know were there followed me out and stood in a line and said, no, you ain't going to jail because they'll take you to jail before they'll ever take him to jail because he's a rat. Oh, thanks, guys.
there you go. It's good friends.
Yep. Like, you just need to go ahead and walk back to your car while all the cops are going to be up here and go home. And that's another good idea.
Yeah, I have a brain glitch when it comes to that, though. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm probably not, but I have a hard time walking away.
Gary's not the best area now, so.
And I'm not even saying it's cool. It's just a brain glitch,
Yeah.
It's family tradition, really, like drinking. So my first big road trips, I'm going to Albuquerque and visit the Buffaloes. That's a great family right there. If you have the pleasure.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Donald and his wife and his daughter Cheyenne, great people. I mean,
I've met El Buffalo and Mrs. Buffalo. Hung out with them at the Buffalo Chip.
there you go. But
That's also where I met Pro Monkey the second time. The first time I ran into him like the day before at the rally on 55 or on exit 55, where the hell it is, there at the Rapid City Sturgis or Rapid City Harley. I just happened to be walking through and I heard Mrs. Monkey talking. I went, that voice sounds familiar. And I turn around and there's Mrs. Monkey. Then he starts talking and he's about 10 feet behind her talking to somebody else.
their lives are the best in the freaking industry. I love their lives.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
before I even got involved in getting into moto vlogging, you know, I was going down a rabbit hole and I picked up on a live and there's like side chat and I'm like, huh, what is that side chat? So I
Mhm.
started chiming in. You know, they have a lot of, you know, they'll have 300 and 400 people on, you know,
Dude, when they were
watching.
doing that 131 build, they had 850 on at one point.
And the first time I went on in like an hour and a half live, they brought me up like 8 times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is kind of fun.
Mhm.
So I started watching for their lives because they kind of thought
Mhm.
my comments were funny. And
Mhm.
then so I started watching his other stuff, and then I started watching who was following him and who he was following. And before you know it, I was addicted to all this stuff. So it's sort of a weird way I got into it.
Mhm.
Yep. I filmed I recorded my first video before Pro Monkey ever did his very first not before his first video, but his first video was the exhaust for the Indian. But it was before he actually got a big following. I filmed that lift video that I put out. Oh, I think it was the last video I put out. And I just never did anything with it because hold on, sorry. I got distracted. I honestly I didn't know where the camera was. I filmed it on an old Sony Handycam. Not old, but I filmed it on a Sony Handycam. It's
Mhm.
I guess it's probably damn near 10 years old now. That's the reason the footage is shit. But I finally
That was a
decided,
good video.
I found it. I'm going to edit the footage and see what I can get it down to. If it looks decent, I'll put it out there. If it doesn't, fuck it. I don't care.
Hey, everyone
But that was
starts like that, man.
over 2 years ago because I had the pictures on my Facebook of 2 years since I had the lift a couple months ago.
I think my second video was a spoof on one of his videos of the do's and don'ts of wearing patches on a
Yeah.
vest.
Mhm.
The one per netter.
Yeah. That was pretty good work, but and that was one take. That freaking thing, no notes, one take.
Nice.
What happens is I drive. When I'm driving, I'm going over in my head what's funny, what's not. You know, point A to Z, and when I flip on the camera, it's usually point A to point Z on those. You know,
Yeah.
and that's entertainment. You know, it's like a little program, TV show or whatever. It's not like a moto vlog or street footage. You know,
Yeah.
I'm dying to
I'm
get
not
out
very good with
and
the
do
whole
street
vlogging
footage.
thing.
So my whiskey reviews are funny, but that's not even Angry Boomer. That's Uncle Boomer. So he's a different guy than me. Uncle Boomer for dogs, peanut butter whiskey. All natural ingredients. Peanuts, whiskey, and butter. Peanut butter whiskey. So I have fun doing those. And that's what got me fired. So
They can't take a joke. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever. So, I got to get a new computer. Norton keeps popping up saying, "Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that." I don't know who the fuck Norton is, but he's interrupting me.
You don't need a new computer. You just need to update your virus protection.
Mhm.
This laptop is like 3.5 inches thick. It needs to be replaced. It's
I just got this one and I fucking dropped it earlier tonight. Dropped it against the damn crock pot. So now it's got a nice little dent in the aluminum housing.
well, what was in the crock pot? That's the important thing.
Nothing was in the crock pot. We just have it sitting on the table because we don't have any other fucking room for it.
What year did you graduate high school?
2003.
Yeah, and I'm like one of the oldest guys on this thing. The funny thing is, you get like Bert from Baggers and Brews, and they're like, you can't go any distance unless you got a touring model with running boards and this, that, and the other. I'm going to show them all up on a freaking. I'm going to ride all the way to Albuquerque from New York on pegs.
Dude, you can do it.
Show them what an old man can do. I mean, when I'm working with young kids, I can outwork young kids like 3-1. They're taking breaks, they're tired, they're wiping their head off, and I'm still digging a ditch, you know. But I grew up at a different time. But you're military, you know, so you know what work is. And thanks for your service, by the way.
Thank you.
What branch?
I did Army Guard for 13 years.
13, huh? Wow. My uncle, who's not alive anymore, is like my hero. He fought in 3 wars, and he was honorably discharged out of 3 branches of the military. And he retired out of the Air Force down in Tyndall, and then lived the rest of his life in Panama City, Florida area. And he's buried in Arlington, along with my aunt and my cousin. Probably you can see Pappy Boyington's grave from his spot, and you could toss a golf ball semi-gently, like overhand, and land by the Tomb of the Unknown. That's where he's buried. A really nice spot. And the funny thing was, me and my wife went to visit my uncle's grave, and that area you're not allowed to drive in unless there's someone up there that you're related to. And we're driving up there, and people are like giving us dirty looks, and hey, you're not allowed to drive up here. And I'm like, yeah, I am. But I was very shocked to see what a prestigious area he was buried in. He was a humble guy. He earned a Bronze Star back when the president would hand it to you, but he didn't think he earned it because he was fooling around. He went on a hike with a couple buddies, and he came across action, and he ended up him and his buddies ended up saving lives. But he always felt, he was so straight-laced, he always felt he didn't deserve the Bronze Star because he broke rules by leaving the base. Even
What's
though
up,
he
Winter Therapy?
saved people's lives. So, interesting story.
How you doing, Des?
I got to put my glasses on. I don't even know who that is.
Windroad Therapy.
Oh, there he is.
And hey, Canadian, man. How you doing, man?
Well, Winroad's in the chat.
But hold on, let me do this whole screen sharing thing again. I wish I could have to give myself damn permission to share my own freaking screen.
And thanks for your service too, Canadian vet.
That bike right there, one of my buddies will end up riding all the way to Michigan here next week.
Nice.
Just like it says pretty well. And actually, the other one sitting right beside me is his too. But I've never seen him ride it. It's always the yellow one.
Wow. Interesting.
CB 750 choppers. Des, you can jump in if you want.
All right, come on in, Des.
More the merrier.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta add a little bit of class to this place too, anyways.
Yeah.
Yes, Des, you will add a lot of class.
You can do that by kicking me off. You know.
How's it going, Canadian?
Pretty good, not too bad at all. It's a stormy night here in Edmonton. It's all good. How are things down that way?
Nice and clear now, finally, but it's been shit weather all damn day.
It's been shit weather all month. It's been brutal.
Yeah, it's been the last 3 days for here, but we've had rain, or today it rained this morning, and I got ready to jump on the bike to run to the local dealer because I got one of their Clockworks windshields that I've been trying out, and as soon as I walked out the door, it started misting and sprinkling, and I went, oh, fuck this. I'm not going to try and ride in it. I don't mind riding in the rain if I have to ride in the rain, but I'm not going to do it on purpose.
Too old for that shit.
I've done it enough. I don't need to prove how bad of a biker I am.
Yeah, exactly.
You get caught in it enough, you know. You get caught in it enough times. You don't have to do it on purpose, you know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember.
It's raining here It's been raining here for like months now.
Really?
It was good a couple weeks ago. I was with Scouts. We did a PTSD ride from Edmonton to Calgary. It was nice weather then. But other than that, it's been pretty on and off for rain. If you leave the house, you have your rain gear. It's pretty bad. Just hoping it holds out in Sturgis. The ride to Sturgis will be miserable if it's in the rain. So
I don't get to go this year unless somebody hands me $2,000 and says, "Here you go, have fun." I don't think my wife's going to do that. So
no. The money tree's not growing in the backyard, is it?
Nope, damn sure ain't.
Oh, I hear you. It'll be a good trip, but I'm looking to hoping to get to Laconia next year, and that'll be a good one, I think. Last time we could go to Sturgis, I went to Sturgis for the 75th, and obviously the border's been closed down now for the last couple of years, so we couldn't get there from here. But it'd be good to get back down that way. I mean, the riding down there is amazing. So
yeah, I love the riding in Sturgis there in the Black Hills.
Yeah. I went to the 75th, thought we were going to party all the time, and ended up on the bike for 10 hours a day.
I'd rather be on the bike.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, for sure.
I mean, I didn't know how much partying would be done, but I knew that there was rides I wanted to go on just based on watching Monkey's videos. Scouse had videos. Baggers and Brews had videos. Other videos that I seen, I'm like, I'm going to spend a lot of time riding. I didn't realize how much time I would spend riding.
You could do that trip 5 times and not get it all in. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Whenever I went out there, I was out there for 11 days. I did every road that I rode, I did twice, except for the Wildlife Loop and Needles Highway. I only did those once. And I also took some freaking back road there's a big damn lake. I can't remember the name of it. It's built because of a dam. There's a rest area on each end of the highway of it, just across the dam from one another. But I took off from one of those rest areas because my clutch was slipping, so I was headed back to Harley to price parts. I just ended up changing my primary fluid and calling it good. And then whenever I got home, I just said fuck it and traded off the bike. So, which I was trying to trade off the bike before I left. I just couldn't find the bike that I wanted.
Just one more reason.
Yep. Well, that was piling on top of the reasons by the time I got home. By the time I got home, I needed a clutch, brakes, rear tire. You're doing the clutch, you might as well look at the damn chain and the tensioner inside the primary. And then I needed a new tuner because, you know, I had a FP3 with a stage 2, and that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I wish I never would have spent $300 or $400.
And here in Canada, if you need a tank of gas, it's a good reason to trade your bike in. It's crazy up this right now. It's ridiculous. If they're giving you a full tank of gas with a new bike, trade it in. Get the new tank of gas. Bad.
Yeah, what's it like? $70 to fill up a bike now in Canada?
It's about. I have a 2020 Street Glide. It's about 38 bucks. I think it is somewhere from Bone Dry.
4 years ago,
I mean that's
That's
like $5 to you guys, so it doesn't really matter. But it's a lot.
No,
it's a lot of air.
See, mine right now, I live in Illinois, which is pretty much, we're only second to is the whole West Coast in gas prices. We are at just under $5 a gallon. We're at $4.85 right now a gallon.
Yeah,
and you guys are at what, 3 something a liter?
No. It's so here in Alberta, it's not that bad. It just dropped today too. It's just under $2 a liter.
Oh, that's not too bad. Okay.
But it's not.
There's
it's not
3
bad
liters
all,
to or 2.8 something liters to a gallon. And
right. Yeah. But the problem here in Alberta is they drill this stuff in our backyard, right? Like it's not being shipped anywhere. It's being refined like 10 minutes from my house, right? So you're getting delivery fees on top of that that skyrocket the prices, right? So, but it's not. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, Des, I will be live the end of the month. I think it's the 30th or 31st, whatever the last Saturday of the month is. And
The 30th.
I think that's whenever I'm going to try to go live is the last Saturday of the month.
Years ago,
For
gas
schedule.
prices
For
worked
schedule.
like that. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Years ago, gas prices worked like that out here where I am because I live like less than half an hour from the Hudson River, and you know they ship the gas up in tankers up the river, and the farther from the river you were, the more expensive the gas got. So you would drive toward the river to buy gas. Nowadays it's equal all the way across, you know, and we're around, we've nipped the $5 mark a few times, but we're always hovering in the 4.90s, which is sick.
Oh, we got up to 5.20
Oh,
3 weeks ago.
I mean, 4 years ago I could fill up my pickup truck for $34, $35, and now it's like close to, it's in the 70s, close to 80s, and it's not a big pickup truck. It's a Toyota, whatever they call them things. It's red.
When we hit the
Van
we hit the
Nuys,
US,
probably one of my favorite roads, honestly. Next to Iron Mountain, just because on Iron Mountain you see Mount Rushmore, but Van Nuys, these long sweeping turns, probably one of my favorites. Who's pissing? Sound like somebody was pissing against their bar stool.
I had to kick on the AC for a minute. It's freaking hot in here. If it's too much, tell me. I'll shut it off.
No, you're good now. It literally sounded like somebody.
It was loud when you first started.
I can't take it. I'm sweating in here.
When we hit the States from Canada, it's like you guys are giving it away. Gas, it's like it's free. It's crazy.
What are you doing now, Boomer? What are you showing us?
Just playing with a magnifying glass I ripped out of something. Okay. I'm a hoarder. I collect anything that's cool. My wife gets mad because when they put out all the garbage on cleanup day, I'll bring all kinds of shit home, and then next year I'll be putting 90% of it back out on my curb.
But yeah, Tiger, 87 octane is going for $4.85 a gallon here right now.
Who would use like the high tests or whatever they call it these days?
I try to use 91 no ethanol in my bike.
Well, in a bike, you're only talking a few
the only thing I
gallons.
can find is 93 with 10% ethanol, which that just freaking drags down the fuel mileage, it seems like.
On a bike, that's one thing, but I don't know anyone with a car or a truck that's going to do anything but the 80s, the lowest deal.
Yeah.
And some of these modern vehicles, it'll say right in the handbook, do not use high octane. They run best on the lower octane.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to run that higher octane because it cleans it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
cleans out the fuel system.
I do that with my truck. I just do it like maybe every third or fourth tank.
I don't understand this crap.
My car.
Back in the day, we used to clean out the carburetor by pouring water in it and revving it up under the hood. Like these modern motorcycles where you download a tune-up or an upgrade from the internet. I don't understand that stuff. I'm a wrencher. I like gapping points. I like doing all that stuff. So even the bike I have now sort of goes against my grain, but I'm getting used to fuel injection, just hitting the button and it starts right up.
Yeah, that's the best thing about it. That's the main reason I wanted something fuel injected whenever I was looking for a Harley. It was because I had my first bike was that 250 Ninja. Next one was a 600 Yamaha. And that one I stopped at a stop sign. The first time I came to a goddamn stop at a stop sign the entire fucking night, I was cruising town. Been cruising town for an hour. We don't have a very big lap. Maybe even an hour and a half. And I get rear-ended. Stopped at a stop sign, got rear-ended by a full-size van.
Gosh.
Totaled out the bike. I didn't have a bike for years. And then I finally talked my wife into it because this was few months before I met her that it happened. And then I talked her into letting me get another bike, and I got a 82 Honda CB 900 10-speed bike.
Wow.
Yeah, you heard that right. It had a 10-speed transmission to it. It had a high and a low for each gear. And then, obviously that's not fuel injected, and starting that damn thing up whenever I was leaving work early in the morning sucked. So I finally talked her into letting me get a Harley after that, and I bought a 2012 Softail Slim.
Nice.
And it's just been all downhill on the money side, uphill on the bike side ever since.
Well, my bike was basically factory new when I bought it last year. It didn't have a scratch or a scuff, and it had like 3,700 original digital miles on it, Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, in 2004, they were starting to transition heavily into fuel injection. And but the bike I got, it's one owner basically. I'm the second owner. He got every upgrade, and one of the upgrades was, were you going to get carb or fuel injection? And he opted for the upgrade because I was really in the search for a shovel head at that point. But when I saw this bike and when I laid eyes on it, I couldn't turn it down. I got a brand new Harley for the price of a 2004. Basically, it's barely broke in.
All right, what are you drinking, Canadian?
Drinking Ultra right now.
Okay, I thought that's what it was, but I couldn't really tell. I just seen white and then the hint of blue when you put it back down. So
switching to Bud here in about 1 second. I ran an Ultra, so we'll be switching over.
What are you drinking, Angry Boomer? Crown?
PBR.
Oh, PBR.
I'm going light tonight. After that Baggers and Brews live, the next morning my wife says, "What? Were you okay? Did you drink a lot last night? Because you kept banging off the hallway walls every time you got up to go to the bathroom, which was like 50 times that night." And I'm like, "No, I took a sleeping pill. I only had a drink, And then like a month later, she found a video, which she wasn't supposed to. and she watched.
The legendary appearance.
And she saw that Crown Royal bottle go from here to there in an hour and a half. Here's a dirty little secret. That was supposed to be a prop, that bottle. Yeah, I was saving that for a buddy. That had a 1974 tax stamp on it. I mean, it was a very old bottle. And I put iced tea in my glass. So I told him I was drinking Crown Royal and I was drinking iced tea out of the glass. But when the iced tea ended, I'm like, shit. So I started tapping the bottle, and that freaking bottle was gone in an hour and a half. It wasn't pretty. But I remember trying to get to the bathroom that night. Whew. That was a tough maneuver, man. And it was like 4 times that night. Don't know why.
You're drinking water, aren't you?
Well, it was 105. We're riding in 105 degrees, man. Got to drink water, man. And also, too, trying to get in better health, too.
Yeah.
You know, still trying to get in better health. So.
Well, I'll tell you a story about water.
Although after what happened today, when I was messaging you earlier, busted on, I almost wanted to message you going, "Hey, when are you going live? Because I might have to go get some damn beer after what happened today. So tell me if you're going live so I go get it now."
Did you see that earlier, Canadian?
Pardon me?
Did you see that earlier?
No.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
Bring them up. Yeah, that's fine. Bring it up.
So I went to a local 1% MC clubhouse this year to a party, and they had a bar and everything set up, and I have 99% of the guys were just drinking soda and water all afternoon. You know, I probably had more beer and liquor than per capita than any of them, most of them. But that was a good party, though.
Yep.
Hold on, let me. Shit.
They make me put my glasses on again. It goes against my character.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right, man. You gotta do it right.
How fast did you go when your back fell off?
Oh, I really couldn't tell you. I was probably going 60.
The speed
70
limit, right?
maybe.
You weren't doing anything over the speed limit.
No. I was never going to the speed limit. No. Yeah. Just ride down the fuck Canadian Vet. I was riding down the back road, pretty close to where I live, and I hit a couple. And the road needs to be fucking resurfaced, and there's tons of trucks drive on the damn thing, yada yada yada, whatever. And I'm just driving down the road, and I mean I'm going through the turns and shit, and I hit this bump. Not like I haven't hit a bump like that even 5 minutes before that or whatever. And then I hear this noise, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then I just so happened to reach back with my right hand, and I couldn't feel the saddlebag. And I was like, oh, shit. Oh, no. So then I had to spin back around, and I had to spin back. The saddlebag just fell off. I mean, it just came off. That was it. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I had Busted and a few other people that I sent those pictures to. They were calling me and texting me, "Are you okay? Are you whole? Are you all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." The saddlebag just came off.
Paul, what do you ride?
Yeah, I'm curious too. That's a little late. That's a little late for a Harley to have a car.
Yeah, because in 2006 it was solid EFI.
Yeah, a speed bump took Easy Rider Greg out a couple years ago. Yeah, right on, Bedlam.
And Bedlam, all that walk into the bathroom once you break the seal the first time. I think beer drinking is the healthy way to go anymore. You get vegetables.
Once the beard gets a few drinks in him, he's off the live stream more than he's on it,
Or he'll just keep repeating this. Listen.
So what's your plan with the bag?
I've my message. I mean, I sent it to Busted. I sent it to Pro Monkey and a few other friends of mine that ride. And they're like, I mean, look, you can either take it to a body shop and see if they can fix it, or you can just get new bags. You know, whichever one you.
I know, like all that, like Advent Blacks. Obviously,
that's what everybody's been telling me. Like, hey, just go to Advent Black and get you some more bags.
Yeah, I have them. I mean, they're good.
Advan Black, you should be able to message them, say, "Hey, I just need the right side bag. I don't need to order a set. I just need the right side."
I can't really see I can't really see in the video. Is it bad because they have a pen now, right?
Yeah,
Honda Shadow.
His is bad. He can't do it.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Bring up Paul's comment. The Honda Shadow.
Honda Shadow, yeah. Saw that.
But I have the bags and they're bang on match. They're phenomenal. Like,
well, I have that. Unless you're doing a live stream or drinking in the bathroom, then you still have to walk to the bathroom. So it's an exercise either way.
Well, if you bring your camera in with you, it's a live stream. So
it's a live stream of a live stream.
There you go. Well, at my age, it could be a live dribble, depending on your condition that night.
Yep, right.
He knows. He knows. You hit a certain age, man, and you're like your own cheerleader at a urinal. You're like, come on, prostate. Come on, prostate. Let it go.
Yeah, I don't think YouTube would like it, would they, Paul?
Yeah. Make it yourself banned a little bit.
Yeah. I've been banned from everywhere else at least once. Might as well get YouTube.
I was talking to Scouse yesterday where he's on a 3-day hiatus from YouTube, I think, too.
For what?
What did he do? For what?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know and they won't tell him. So
he doesn't know and they won't tell him. Great.
Wow.
Listen, sorry, Winrow comment. Winrow therapies. Listen.
I hope I don't completely get rid of his channel.
Oh no, he's back in 3. They give him 3 days or something. It says. That guy's hilarious, man. I spent like I said, I spent the night with him 2 weeks ago. There, just cracking me up the whole time. It's funny.
Oh, he seems like he'd be just from being on his live streams and watching him. I'm like, that's gonna be fucking hilarious. That's a funny guy. Awesome. That's a funny guy, awesome. Man. Yeah,
I like the way he still puts out content in the middle of fucking winter. That's even if it's not revolved around the bike, it's still good content.
You got to remember too that he's getting like 5 months of riding here. Like
yeah,
I can say
snow and storms, right? Like he's getting a lot of rain down that way too. So
and he rides a lot when it's colder and shit out too, just so he can have some content.
We have to. We have to ride here. It's like you guys like do the conversion. If it's 10 degrees here, I'm riding. Like
now,
or I lose days. So
Celsius, though.
Yeah.
So what does that translate to American dollars?
Oh, like I don't know. I can't do it off the top of my head. I don't know. Be pretty low, yeah. Pretty low.
What conversion are you trying to do right now?
Well, you said 10 degrees, and he's talking
we'll
Celsius.
Go like 12. At 12, 13, we're riding here for sure. Like we can't afford to. Like at 17, we're for sure on the road with t-shirts on. It's not. We're not.
Yeah, and Americans are stupid because you guys will be posting on Instagram, a screenshot of your phone where it says, 18 degrees, and all the dumb Americans are like, "How the fuck do you do that? It's so freaking cold." And I'm like, dude, he's from Canada, Celsius.
Yeah.
17 degrees is 62 Celsius. Yeah. So
that's good riding weather here. 17's good. You're out for sure.
62 is a hoodie.
Yeah, like I said to you the other day, there
maybe a long sleeve shirt underneath the hoodie, but.
Well, I said to you the other day that Bussy, like if you guys want some good riding, man, like up through the mountains here.
Oh, I want to, but I don't think they're gonna allow me.
Phenomenal.
And I'm as dumb as any other American because years ago I had work way up above Lake Champlain at a border crossing. I had to inspect one of them big X-ray buildings where they run the tractor trailers through. And so I figured I'm here. I'm going to just go into Canada. First, I'm going to buy Crown Royal for freaking
Yeah.
$15 a bottle, but you have to take it into Canada first and then bring it
Yeah.
back. Well, I figure, well, if I got to go that way, I'm going to get Cuban cigars, and I'll tell you, it went from sunny and like 30 to sideways snow and tundra
Yep.
in half a mile, and no guardrails up there on the highway. It's like if you go off the highway, you're just going into the prairie, man. You're just gone.
And we just have moose everywhere up here too, right? So you got to be really careful when you're riding. So
Well, here's where
dude,
my
I'm in Southern
stupidity
Illinois.
comes
We
in.
have white-tailed deer. They're
Here's
not
where
as
my-
big as moose, but they're plentiful.
oh,
So-
it's yeah.
So I figured I'd bring some Canada money back with me. So I go to a gas station. The guy's speaking half French and Cajun and American mix. And I said, I gave him $20 and I wanted, a mix of Canadian money. And he gives me $20 back in Canadian money. I'm like, dude, that's a ripoff. There was like a 30% deficit at the time. He's like, nope, 20 for 20. And I'm like, all right, you got me. It's for my kids.
Like where Scouse is, it's like when he walks out his door, he just sees nothing but mountaintops. Like it's
just
phenomenal
to see every day,
Oh, it's beautiful down there. Yeah, he lives in a great area. He's in a good spot.
Yeah, I would love to live farther west or farther east of where I'm at because it's just it's about as flat as you can get.
Yeah.
Either a lot farther west or just a little farther east would help. But honestly, I'm just ready to be out of Illinois, so
we have some pretty decent switchback, almost switchback roads along the Delaware between New York and Pennsylvania. Pretty cool stuff. There's one area called the Hawk's Nest, and
I just actually watched Biker Beth Babe's video on that earlier.
It's good. Like when I'm in my truck, and if I even think there's bikes behind me, even if I know they're half a mile back, I'll just pull over because you want to let them have their time going over it.
Yeah,
baggers have been over it, and then the West Point area. Over the Hudson.
Actually, the Hawk's Nest was one of Bry's first videos.
Really? Where's he
reason,
from?
Every once in a while, I'll find somebody on YouTube, and I'm like, I'll just hit the down button on their channel on my remote for the TV. I'll go way to the bottom, and I'll watch something they put out to begin with.
I do that too, just out of curiosity.
Unless it's somebody that's been around for a few years, like Blockhead or Shade Tree Surgeon. Dear God, you can't go to the bottom of Shade Tree Surgeon channel.
Just keeps going and going and going and
that
going.
needs to be in years. Yep. You should be able to schedule, go down by year. I want to go back.
Where are you at, HD?
16 Shade Tree Surgeon, see how many teeth he still had then. See if he still had the same 6 gold teeth or whatever it is.
I do the same thing though, because when you get to the first video, I don't feel so stupid when I watch other people's first videos.
Whereabouts you at, HD?
I live in Texas. Hang on a second. I'm trying to type something into therapy.
But yeah, Bedlam, you're not wrong at all. Hey, Ryden, I just put out the first video I ever recorded. I recorded it over 2 years ago, and my channel is just about a year old right now. So, I mean, I was trying to hide my face, thinking, you know what, people don't need to see me. But, because I'd watch people like Blockhead and a few others that always kept their face hidden, which I wasn't doing anything illegal, so I don't know why I was trying to keep my face hidden. As long as I keep my Speedo out of the damn camera, I'll be all right, which is going to be hard.
I'm trying to find a date in my first video. And there's nothing wrong with that, but personally, I have a problem. Like if someone wants to follow me on Instagram and I scroll all their posts and I don't see them anywhere, it's like I don't know, man. Who are you?
I don't
And
think
then
I don't think you see my face on Instagram.
No.
To be
my
honest
first
with you.
video is 9 months ago. It says. Oh, there it is. They don't
Your
give me
videos are
exact-
good though, Buster.
Oh wait,
You're
yeah,
very,
you do see
you're
my
very
face
thorough.
on my updates.
You're very thorough
I mean,
in your videos. I like it.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's a personal thing, especially
Yeah.
on Instagram, because you don't know who people are, you know.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, and I'm going to start posting them again. You come across these women that are obviously trying to hack
Oh,
your
yeah.
account, and before I block them, I'll take screenshots because because you'll see people we know that are following them. And it's like, and I won't shame them. I'll black it out. I'll edit it before I put it up, and then I'll put it up and be like, come on, guys, let's watch out here, because, you know, you don't want to be posing with freaking Bitcoin checks like the one guy that one time. And that was pretty rough.
Hey, good night, Tiger.
Shut up. I'm trying to find the.
No, sorry, Canadian vet. I wasn't trying to ignore you. I was trying to write something to
Hey, Benjamin, that's not going to happen.
So.
People be paying me put my clothes back on, so and that
My-
would just kill my self-esteem. So I don't need that. My self-esteem is bad enough.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
My first video was a year ago, November 3rd. So that's. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. Last November 3rd. So in November 2022, it'll be a year. So it hasn't been that long. That was one of those. I'm happy with that one. Some of my later videos are more embarrassing than the first one.
The first video I ever posted was March 10th, 2021. And then the first one that ever actually has real views, I'm at 6.8 thousand, is June 13th, 2021. So, I mean, I've been at it over a year, but the first two videos I don't really count. So I've been at it just over a year. The first video was just me. I got a GoPro. I put it on my bike and took it for a ride. I needed to try out settings, and I posted it to YouTube. It didn't look right, so I tried again. It may still not look right on the bike. As long as they're not looking at my ugly mug, I bet people are happy. So,
but there are a lot of people that give. I'm not going to say they give blockhead hate, but I'm not gonna say they resent. It's just like, damn, dude, you can't show your face on camera, you know.
Well, apparently you're supposed to this
but I understand why he does it though.
Well,
I don't remember. He had like a job or something. We talked about this, Busted. I remember us talking about this. Yeah.
At first, it was because of what he was doing wasn't 100% legal.
Oh, okay.
Because he was, doing wheelies and shit like that on a Honda Grom, mobbing downtown Tampa. And, cops would have a problem with that, and he can get in trouble for it if they knew who he was.
Yeah.
And they could put a place and a time and a date to it. But now it's just kind of his niche. But he plans on revealing his face because at some point somebody else is going to do it for him.
Yeah.
Whether he wants it or not.
I mean, some people he's going to be at like an event like he was at Get On Motorfest, or he does that thing that motovlog. At least he was. I don't know if he's still doing it. The motorcycle meetup in Tampa. Not VAM, but Flam or whatever he calls it. The Florida Motovlogger Meetup thing. It just came to me. Somebody's going to catch a picture of him when he's because everybody, we all have phone. We all have phones that have. Well, most of us, most people in the world have a phone that has a camera. They're gonna catch him when he's not looking. So.
I think some people have like jobs too that they.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. And he said
that
too. So. Canadian. He said that too, and I'm like, look, I mean, it doesn't. Look, this is just me, and I'm just a viewer. I don't post videos at all.
Yeah, me too.
This is just me. In some ways, I like to see someone. You like to see someone's face. It just helps you connect with that creator that much more.
Yep. I agree. But if you're a military or police or we have different rules, as you know, boss. We have different rules and different, So I get it. When somebody says to me that they don't want their face published, I don't take pictures and post it saying I know who the guy is, or it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to meet Blockhead and have a picture of his actual face.
Yep.
And then say, hey, dude, whenever you go live with your face reveal, let me know about 10 minutes in advance because I want to post the picture. That way I can get a few followers off of it. But yet it's still not going to hurt you none because nobody's going to fucking believe it until you
post it. That's right.
Until you post it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I get bigger?
I am not. I wish I could. Unless somebody hands me $2,000, Des, I can't go to Sturgis.
I wonder who. Well, at least for the chat rooms that most of us are usually in, which would be a bigger face reveal, Blockhead or Amateur Moose?
Blockhead.
Yeah, Blockhead would be bigger. I just want to be funny.
So. But I mean, Amateur Moose. I mean, he's in the side chats.
Yeah,
talking to all of us. So it's almost a toss up, really. But Bedlam, what do you mean your channel got terminated? And why did it get terminated? That's kind of what I want to know.
I have my music picked out for my first 2 rides, and I'm probably going to get 2 strikes, but it'll be good for gaining. You can get 2 strikes until you're out. 3rd strike, you're out. But I think if you pick the right music on copyright strikes, I think it's on the 3rd one you're out. Then now there's copyright warnings.
Monetize on a copyright strike.
I mean, I've gotten copyright warnings, like music warnings, and then you'll get another notice that said the artist or the label has opted to collect revenue from your channel, which I don't give a crap about.
Yeah.
But I was talking to.
They actually pulled one of my videos down for a little bit. The Sturgis pack and load that I did last year before I went. Ooh.
Now riding Humboldt County has a point. That's what I meant. Copyright claims are nothing. It's the copyright strike you got to look out for. A strike is like a permanent thing. And if you get 3 copyright strikes, claims, you could get 1 million claims. But if you get strikes, a claim means that the algorithm picked up on something in YouTube. A strike is the algorithm picked up on something and the artist or the label found out about it and they're like, screw you,
Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos with copyright claims. Hold on. There may be
claims
more.
Are fine.
15 more videos to look at.
You can get 1 million claims. It's the strike you got to look out for.
Well, at one point they actually pulled the video down, but now it's partially blocked.
Yeah, I don't get that. It'd be like your video. No one can listen to your video, the music on your video in Bolivia. What the hell does Bolivia have to do with a Pink Floyd tune? I don't get it.
Yeah. Which
that sounded good.
I understand that because of being in Iraq, all the shit that they got to go through over there. They, there's there's no alcohol in Iraq,
Ooh.
right? But yet I could go to the little fucking Haji dude down the road and buy a fifth of Jack Daniels. The 12-year-old Haji kid I could buy a fifth of Jack Daniels from. Somebody tell me that shit.
Yeah. Little coffee shop on the side of the road.
Tell me booze isn't allowed in Iraq.
Hey, when I was young, if you got caught with a joint, you were going to court, and you can get caught up with up to 5 joints, and it was a court with like a big fine, depending. If you had 6 joints, they called you a dealer, and then it was big time, And I ended up doing weekends in county jail for that. My buddy would drop me off on Friday night after work. He'd pick me up Monday morning and drive me to work. So it was kind of a strange little deal. I don't know if they do that anymore. Weekend time. Up live stream time. I'm mad that he got out because I was ready to do the same thing.
Dude, you can go. I mean,
no, I can't leave you alone.
Nothing for a little bit.
I must have like a jug or something around here. No. All right. So you're what, 40? What? 3?
I don't even post that much right now. I'm only posting about every 2 weeks right now. So, but I really need to up it because I've got like 3 videos in the hole right now.
That's the worst when they start backing up on you and you're thinking you got to edit them and get them up.
Well, no, I've got them edited.
Oh, well, fucking launch them, man.
Well, I don't want to launch. I don't like launching stuff out of order. It's just that OCD thing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got another one that I need to. I've got another one I need to tear my bike apart, put it back to stock on that part of it, and then refilm the video of me taking it apart, putting this new part on, and putting it back together because I don't like the way it edited out. It edited out at like 30 damn minutes. And I don't need a 30-minute video.
I want to do like 2 more maximum that are not on the road with my bike. Because my
riding videos that I have out there, I don't mind because they're the ones I did in Sturgis, the local rides. No, you're not going to find a 30-minute local ride around here that people want to actually look at. So
I don't think they say like 15 minutes is a sweet spot. I'm thinking under 10 is better, because the watch time goes down on these,
Yeah.
Especially on ride videos. If it's a technical video, you have a shot at longer watch time. But if it's a road video and it's going over 10 minutes, your percentage of watch time is going to go down on you.
Yeah. The video I have ready to go up is right at 16 minutes. Video after that is 16 minutes. And the video after that's not even 9. Like just barely over 8 minutes. But not the next video up, but the one after that, it was only about 12 minutes. But I needed to add a short explanation at the end because I said that I would do it in the video for the people that don't know what Moonshine, Illinois is.
I'll tell you who's good at watching videos is Harley Fat Boy Jr. He'll post several comments and it'll follow the lineage of the video.
Yep, he comments as he's going along.
Yeah, first comment will be like, let's go. And then he'll quote something a little farther in and laugh if it's my video because they're usually funny. And right to the end,
so mine ain't funny?
I don't know. I don't watch you. No. No, you. I watch everyone I'm sub to, and I'm sub to you, even though you ain't sub to me. But
I thought I was sub to you.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. I don't even think you can see who subs you.
You
can see who
can,
you subbed.
but I mean,
I'm a low tech redneck. You probably can, but I hadn't figured it out.
well, hold on. I mean, you can see, but I think I only show.
So how'd you like my blooper reel then? Sorry, don't answer it. I don't. I was only putting you on the spot to be funny. But it's guaranteed 9 minutes of pissing your pants. So it's funny shit. When you laugh at your own shit, you know it's pretty good.
See, now I'm showing,
and it's not out of ego. It's just it's funny.
You can see your subscribers. Well, I show 1 through 36. I've got 292 subscribers. So I know that's not all of them.
Subscribers? I'm talking about people you're subscribed to. How do you check that?
I'm subscribed to 100 and something of those. So 106, I think, is what it showed earlier on my TV. Because I don't know if it shows that on YouTube itself. No, I don't see that on YouTube. Oh, no, wait. It does say show X amount more. So if you count up from that, I mean, like mine says show 99 more right now.
I mean, I go back and forth from my iPhone to the laptop to my kids' Nintendo deal where you can watch YouTube, and they all act different. Like you could check your subscriber list on one, but it won't show up on the other.
Yeah, it shows up different. Well, hell, it took me forever to figure out how to sync this channel with my TV, because my personal channel that I watch all the other non-motorcycle related stuff on, it's my primary email address. That's how it pops up. And then it took me forever to figure out how to get this channel as part of that, so I could watch my motorcycle related stuff on it and not have to worry about it on my non-motorcycle channel, basically.
Hey, good night, riding Humboldt.
Have a date.
I'm still trying to figure out how to log into my computer.
Have a good day tomorrow. Have fun. Wear a condom. All right, I gotta go do a live stream.
Don't name it after me. Oh hell.
You all don't gotta shut up because I'm leaving, so carry on. Oh.
No, Canadian. I wasn't trying to ignore you earlier. I was trying to type something to Windrow Therapy. So, but yeah,
that's all good, man.
I live in Texas, in the great state of Texas. Not the perfect state of Texas, but the great state of Texas. Where right now it's hot as shit. It's like when you're talking about rain and cold, I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, I really don't need to hear all that right now. So. But look, I mean, I will say this, there's pluses and minuses to it. One of the big pluses, I can ride year round pretty much. I mean, there's probably maybe 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 1 or 2 weeks a year that I really can't, but most of the time I could ride every week, every day, pretty much.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, but I will say this, Canadian, I mean, when it gets to, especially right now, when it gets to be about 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you don't want to be on the freaking bike. It's just hot. I mean, you got the sun beating down on you.
2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, I don't want to be on the fucking bike because it's about too damn humid.
Yeah, and then you got.
So what are you using though?
Huh?
What are you using to cool your bike down? Anything? Are you using those love jugs or anything? Like, what do you guys use there?
I don't use anything here.
We're in Texas. Like, you guys using anything in your bike down?
Mm-mm. No, I have a 2000. I ride a 2014 Road King, so so the only thing that's cool in that engine is the air.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
I will say, I mean, when I'm rolling, I'm pretty good. Like I can. I mean, I wear I wear a full face modular helmet, but I can crack the visor, get wind to my face, get air to my face. The main thing is when you're at a stoplight, when you got the sun beating down on you, you got the heat coming off the ground. Oh yeah, and then you're also got the engine right there, just flowing heat at you. That's why when I'm at a red light, I'm like, come on, guy, let's go. Get that damn thing green. Let's go. Let's get going.
That's the worst thing for me. That's the worst thing for me when I'm in Sturgis and so hot because it gets hot there, obviously too.
Yeah.
You're like in that traffic and you're just like,
must have been lucky because last year never got hot. I only get rained on a few times.
Yeah, my legs are burning. I'm just like, oh, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I never quit moving while I was in Sturgis. The hottest I was during the concerts at the Buffalo Chip because you sit there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. That confined space.
I wasn't a fan of it either, but I wanted to hear the music. And
me too. I'm saying
the people that were behind me were probably going, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" Because every 10 seconds it was.
Yeah, you're doing one of these. Yeah.
Look at the concert for 10 seconds.
Yeah. You're the farthest guy away with your back towards the wall, looking in. Yeah, I know. I know how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
Yeah, I couldn't get that far away at some of the concerts. I mean, I wanted to be front and center at ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Good thing you did.
The concert this year.
I still missed what's his name? Not Billy. Damn it, I can't think of his name.
Gibbons?
No, not Billy.
Gibbons? Dusty.
I still missed Dusty. Yeah, I still missed Dusty because he passed, or he passed away before the show.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. He did pass away before the show. Yeah, that's right.
Because he wasn't going to play anyways. He already had Elwood taking his place at his shows.
Mm-hmm.
The concerts this year they're okay. That's it.
Huh?
The concerts this year are just okay.
I would love to go see Leonard Skinner.
Yep, he's always good though. Always good.
I haven't seen him yet. It's one of those bucket list concerts I want to go to. I don't give a shit about Snoop Dogg at all.
Yeah, I'm missing him too. I'm not getting there till the day after, so I don't know.
Well, that's Snoop Dogg is just a different crowd, I'm sorry, we're not part of that.
Like I respect what he does. I like what he does, but if I miss him, I miss him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then the country shows. I'm horrible with names right now. Apparently, even celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Lewis. I want to see Aaron Lewis.
Yep, he's good.
And he has a few other good opening acts that are opening up for him that night. I got to see Clinton Black. That was a bucket list.
That was good. Yep.
I want to see. I still want to see King George straight. He's on my list of people to see still.
I'm sorry.
I got to see.
No, sorry.
I seen ask me several years ago, and he puts on a hell of a show. I mean, his shirt was a different color at the end of his show because of all the sweat.
Yeah,
that dude works when he puts on a show.
The country guys are usually pretty good. Like they're usually right into it and they're good.
Hey, Paul, fuck Fort Sill. Where I did basic training and AIT. But I got to see Lone Star there. I got to see Brad Paisley.
That would be good too.
Brad Paisley was pretty good. He's like this damn tall.
Yeah, he's not that tall. He's not. He's not tall at all. You think he's tall, but he's not.
No, I've never thought he was tall. He's taller than Kenny Chesney because that dude's like 4 foot nothing.
Yeah, Kenny's not tall either. So
But
it'll be good. Even this year will be good. Like it's good.
I don't remember
I'm
who else
meeting
was there because
some good
we were
guys
in
then.
basic training and AIT, and we weren't really supposed to go to the concert, so it was just kind of one of those stand in the back, don't let anybody else see you. We'll meet back up here at X time. Don't be fucking late, or else you're screwed.
Yeah.
So you're standing there in that one spot an hour and a half early, going, did I miss it? Am I late?
No, it'll be good this year too, though. Like I meet a lot of good guys. Marine rider down there, and military biker, and some good guys. So it'll be a good time.
I really, really want to go, but I should be going back to work at the beginning of August. So
yeah. It's not a cheap trip though. Like it's expensive. So
I did it for under $2,000, I think.
So you tented at the chip, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it cheaper by staying somewhere else, but I wanted to stay where the action was happening. I'm glad I did because I met friends that I made friends. I didn't meet them. I made friends. I just happened to see whenever I first pulled in the chip, not when I first pulled in, because when I first pulled in was on a Tuesday night at 9:00 at night. They wouldn't let me in. I was pissed. In my opinion, I know that once the rally actually starts, they have people there to check you in at 24/7.
Yeah.
And it's probably a full counter of people doing it. Yeah. Well, they need to have that one damn person. They have 3 or 4 or 5 people standing security at the front gate. Why not have one of those people trained on how to check people in? That way, whenever that one solo bike pulls up and he goes, "Yeah, I just need to check in," they go, "Oh, you can't do that till tomorrow at 8:00 in the morning." Motherfucker, I just rode 17 goddamn hours. I want to go to bed.
Yep.
You know what they did? They pointed me over by the fuel pumps. The Buffalo Chip has their own fuel pumps. They pointed me over there and said, "Well, you can go rack out over there, set up your tent, whatever you want to do. In the morning, you can come check in." I'm like,
that's what I did
setting
in
up my goddamn tent.
At the 75th, that's what I did. We had a camp outside the gates until the gates opened to go back in the gates. I'm like, okay, we were here at like, I don't know, like 7 o'clock, whatever it was. Couldn't get in. I was like, it's crazy. But they have the monopoly down there, and I mean, it's a great place to stay. Like if you're going there for your first time, I'd say stay there. But yeah, I mean,
what's going to hurt that one head security guy? Because there's 5 of them standing there. What's going to hurt to pay that one security guy to learn how to run that computer?
But they make so much money this week.
I know.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I know.
Like, how many people do you think are there? Like, I can't even imagine how many people are there.
No clue, honestly.
Yeah, I couldn't even guess. Like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. But I mean, it's a great place to stay. It's a great venue.
The rally that I go to locally, 2020, when COVID was a big damn deal and you can't go anywhere, that little local rally got a peaceful protest. That's how he built it as, was a peaceful protest. That way he could have his food vendors there and stuff like that. And there was close to 12,000 people there, over 70 some acres. And it's not flat ground. It's not what is going on in Angry Boomer's camera?
Well, yeah, what's going on with Angry Boomer?
What do you mean what's going on? Everything's fine here.
Dude, you got younger.
Dude, you got way younger, man.
But yeah, we had 12,000 there for a 3-day weekend or 4-day weekend.
Well, I'm pretty sure Buffalo Chip is like a city during Sturgis.
It is no, it
Oh, yeah,
literally
it
is
is.
its own city.
It's a good time, but and I get it. Like I get how they work, and but it's so huge that you can't get a refund. You can't exchange your tickets. You can't get it's crazy. It's crazy how they work there, but I get it. I have a friend who's trying to exchange their ticket, like trying to sell it or whatever, and they're like, "Nope, can't happen."
Yeah,
So-
I mean, what was it? Mid-June was the cutoff for transferring the ticket to somebody else, and they can show up and then literally hand the wristbands to
The
somebody else.
bracelet, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they're not in a situation to go right now, so they just don't want to go. Like they financially can't go, so they just want to get rid of it right now. So
I mean,
they're
they've
going to
already
just
paid
take
for
the hit.
that ticket though, so
Pardon me?
they've already paid for that ticket.
Yeah, but they can't financially
Honestly,
afford
that's
the
the
rest
most
of that
expensive
trip.
part of it. It's the most expensive individual part of it.
Like the ticket,
Yeah, for the buffalo chip.
buddy. If you want to go, I'll get you the ticket. You pay the rest, but I'll get you the ticket.
The most expensive individual cost,
Yeah,
not all together.
yeah.
I
When
mean,
you're
that's the
buying
most expensive
food,
one-time cost.
yeah. When you're buying food in Sturgis, it's like $20 for a cheeseburger. It's
I
it's
tried not to
good.
eat.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
starved myself for the week and a half that I was there.
Yeah.
But
I know,
if
Marine
you
Rod-
go outside Sturgis to the restaurants, to like
Yeah.
into Hill City to the Bump in Buffalo,
Yeah.
I thought that burger was pretty comparable in price.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But it's better too. So
Yeah,
like
it's not a vendor.
I'm pretty lucky though, because Marine Rider's like, I'm bringing a barbecue and I'm doing this. I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. Like,
Well, yeah, he's trailering, so
yeah, he's trailing. Yeah, for sure.
I
a
couldn't
ride away,
trailer my
though.
first time to Sturgis. I had to ride.
Yeah, he's a ride away too, though. He's pretty far. So
Yeah,
but I'll still make fun of him when I get there. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can call him like a trailer queen, all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
I
still
got to
have to do
mess with him a
17.
little bit.
I have to do 17 hours from here, so it's not. I'm not looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be fun.
I rode to Sturgis. It was Sturgis 2000, so I was much young. I was a little bit younger than I am now. So, and we did it. We did it from Houston, Texas, where I was living at the time, and it was fun. I got to spend my 21st birthday in Sturgis, so I can't complain. So
That's not. Yeah, it's good.
but now, if I was to do, I mean, seriously, I would love to go again, Canadian, but I would love to go when the rally's not happening. So you can actually not that you can't enjoy the rides during the rally, but
dude, go
just
pre-rally.
so
Go that 1 week pre-rally.
If you're a family guy bringing your family, go pre-rally for sure.
Well, no, I mean,
yeah.
There's before the rally or after the rally, whatever you want to call it, when the rally's not happened. But that 1 week that is pre-rally, the 1 week before, I did a lot of riding in that one day or 2 days that I was there before the rally actually started.
Yeah.
Because I got there Tuesday night. I checked in Wednesday. Wednesday, I rode to the only place I rode was to Black Hills Harley there in Rapid City.
Yeah.
And then Friday and Saturday, I rode Needles, or Spearfish, Needles, and Iron Mountain Road, Mount Rushmore, Keystone, and then Friday I went to or Saturday I went to
that's quite a loop.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we went back to the chip after we finished after we went to Black Hills on Friday. And then Saturday I went to Badlands. Which that's a day ride in itself from Sturgis. Dear God, is that a ride.
I know you guys all do, but if you follow Monkey, he puts his rides up there.
Yeah.
and they're bang on. They're like they're good. So like anybody who wants to go to Sturgis, that's the ride you got to do. He puts up. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
But the one ride he didn't put up there that I would recommend is Van Knocker Canyon.
I've never done that one.
Let's see. If you take God damn it. Hold on. Let me pull up Google Maps so I can actually see this. So I can get the name of the road right. What the fuck is it chirping?
Boomer.
What?
He wants us to think he's got birds in his house.
It ain't me, because I'll drink while it's chirping.
All right. Finally found Sturgis.
And I want to do the rat rally too there, HC.
Dang it.
What's that? What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I want to do that rat rally.
Junction.
I would Canadian. I would tell you this. So sorry, plus I didn't mean to interrupt you. So,
no, you're good. If you take Junction south out of Sturgis and go underneath the interstate, that turns into Van Knocker Canyon.
I probably did that. There's just so much going on there. I can't even keep track. When you're not from there, I can't even keep track what's going on.
Yeah. It took me a few days to realize where the hell I was at, which way was
it for sure. For sure.
Now, Canadian, what were you asking me about the rat rally?
But the rat, I love doing the rat rally too. I heard that's great.
I didn't. The one thing I will tell you is if you're going to come to the rat rally, it's in June. So get ready for it to be really fucking hot. You know, it's like I think for rat rally this year it was 100. It was in the 100. It was either 99 or 100 degrees all the days, and I'm like, now I don't go. I haven't been to the rat rally for years, Canadian. They used to have it at this one place, like they would have the rally at this expo at the expo center east of town where I live in Austin. And then they would do on Friday night of the rally, they would do a bike parade from that venue into downtown Austin, and then right by the state capitol, yada yada yada. Okay. This year, the rally got moved out to well, I shouldn't really call it a small town anymore. It's growing so much. Bastrop, Texas. Now I don't know how big it was, how many vendors were there. I mean, they used to get a lot of vendors. They would get concerts, like Skinner would be there. ZZ Top played, a bunch of people. Now, how big it was this year, I don't know. I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been to it in years. And I just, I just don't want to. I don't want to be out in 100 degrees, especially when I work outside in it anyway, 5 other days a week. So,
but yeah, I'm Canadian. I don't know how many it is, so it doesn't matter to me.
What's that? What did you say?
When you say 100 degrees, I don't even know what that means. Like it's like I'm Canadian.
Okay, well, if you can, hey, I'm being funny here, but hey, Canadian, when you come down here, you'll find out. Exactly. You'll be like, what the hell is this on my freaking head? Oh my, I'm sweating so much. What is this thing called humidity here?
Canadian, did you go to
last
Nemo?
time I was in Sturgis, I met a really cool guy though. Say again?
Did you go to Nemo?
What was that?
Nemo, while you're on, it would have been one of the towns you cruise through on Van Knocker Canyon. They do I think the fire department there does a breakfast of, I think, a few days a week.
No, I don't know.
But yeah,
this is my second time back there, so I'm still learning like everybody else, right? I have no idea.
But make sure you do Van Knocker Canyon.
Okay, we'll do that.
It does. It's not the tight technical. It's long sweeping curves, which I prefer. I like both. I like the tight technical that Iron Mountain provides, and I like the long sweepers that Van Acker provides. So
I think Paul did the
Yeah, so
conversion.
I'm meeting with Scouts on Wednesday, and Marine Ride will be there, I think, Monday or Tuesday. So we're gonna do some riding Monday, Tuesday, and then when Scouts gets there, we'll do some more riding. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when
just
we get
do
there.
all the riding, all of it.
Listen,
Yeah, just ride.
you
Just
guys know Scouts and Marine Rider, so
Yeah.
man, we may not leave Buffalo Chip. Who knows?
Very true. Yes.
Like,
they both like to ride. At least they pretend like they like to ride. So.
oh yeah, they're both great.
Well, I
They're
mean,
both great
Marine Rider's got his new seat. He's got to, break it in. He just got a new seat off of Amazon, so he's got to.
I haven't teased him. I haven't teased him yet, but I'm getting there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tease it. Yes. So.
But Scouts is
Hey,
good
Canadian.
too.
Hey, Canadian. I think Paul just did the conversion for you. 100 degrees Fahrenheit equals 38 degrees Celsius or something.
38?
Like I don't know. That's what he said. I'm not. I couldn't do the conversion right now.
I only know one conversion. It's 0 Canadian equals 32 American. That's the only one I know. The freezing point, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Other than that,
we hit minus 25 or 30 here. It gets colder.
there's a point where it crosses and becomes equal, though. There's a temperature where American and Canadian money is equal.
Oh, that the money part never equals. The temperature part equals somewhere along.
Yeah. The temperature dollars.
Temperature dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Temperature dollars.
A dollar never equals, that's for sure. It's unfortunate you guys aren't going to Sturgis. I bug busted a few times about it, but man, hopefully I'll meet up down there someday and go. But
oh yeah,
where do you Canadian? Where do you live?
In Edmonton.
In Edmonton? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, if you guys ever down Canada, like fire us up and we'll hook you up for sure.
Yeah,
I don't think I can cross that border on a bike. I don't think they'll like my license.
Do you have a license?
I do.
You're
but
good.
It's got 2 DUIs against it, so.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. Canada is strict with that shit. Yeah. I know a guy who, if you work near the border or you have a business, a lot of times you're crossing a lot. Like I got an enhanced license, so I can go back and forth. But this guy, he was pulled over in Canada for a DUI, and they said 2 years you can't come back. Well, after about 1.5 years, it seemed like a long time to this kid, and he's like, I'm going to go back over. He got tagged up there. You know what he got? Lifetime ban. He can never go back to Canada.
Listen, you guys, Americans think you guys have it hard. Like when you come to Canada, there's no leeway for anything.
I know everyone's like, oh, we're so tough on borders and shit like that, and Canada's so freaking benevolent.
Yeah.
At least you guys know how to take care of fucking business up there to a point,
I know that's a.
But I can carry a gun, so.
Exactly.
Boulder Canyon is good, but it's a 4-lane. So.
I shamed him off.
Nah, he's not gone completely.
he's not gone.
He wanted to go R. Kelly, so.
Don't ever take me serious, please.
I like Boulder Canyon too, and I had a video on it. I don't think I ever did anything with it. I think it ended up getting deleted.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to do the ride around Lake Michigan. All the way around. What's the only ride you haven't done, Des? Boulder? Yeah, you can have a little bit more than that now, Paul.
Yep, you gotta have a little bit more than that.
Mm.
I just pulled it a beard, boys. Sorry. So I had to go.
They did a burp. You had to go do a burp.
It's an R. Kelly, damn it.
Listen. Sorry.
No, it's still going to be an R. Kelly.
Unless you told me earlier that I did a good impersonation of Bert.
I wish Austin was still on Baggers and Brews. I kind of miss Austin on Baggers and Brews. You know, it was like
he was good.
It was like Penn and Teller. You know, all he did was sit there and nod his head all night.
They're all good. George is good too. I like George.
They're good guys. George, man, he has an interesting life. You know, they were tagged on 5 interesting facts, and I figured Bert would have had him beat, but Bert's freaking interesting facts were just snoozers, man. No, I was a military brat. I played football, you know, and George is like,
it wasn't just I played football.
I know.
Like I was on ESPN 3 times.
Well,
that
was later on. That was later on, but yeah, I tattooed my girlfriend's name on my arm. It's like, come on, dude.
I would never admit something like that.
After 3 weeks, so I mean,
I razz him all
I've been
the time,
with my wife for over 14 years now because I met her before my oldest son was born, and he'll be 15 in December.
25 from me.
Yeah, I'm not getting my wife's name tattooed on me anywhere. We're already married. I won't do it. I'll get my kid's name tattooed on me.
25 years for me, and not bad. Biggest mistake she made was I have a house way upstate, and it is in total redneck country. I mean, the bar I go to is called the Hornet's Nest, so I fit in. And she's like, we need to separate for a while. Why don't you go upstate to the cottage? Well, 2 months later, she's like, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? I'm like, you know, I kind of like it up here.
You told me to leave. What do you expect?
Nah, she's great though, but you don't send me to a place where I fit in. You know, that's a risk.
Apology, I've never been, bud. So it's on the list of places to go, but I've never been to Laconia. So I don't have.
20's on my list too. Yeah.
Angry might have some suggestions for the area, but not for the rally.
No.
I don't know how close to Laconia you are you?
Probably a day going fast.
Really?
Yeah. Let me check. I could be wrong. I could be using the Canadian conversion here.
Try to check the entrance into Canada for you there.
Now, is that in Greece or New Hampshire? Because in Greece,
it's in Greece.
You gotta take a
it's in Greece, yeah.
That's a little closer than I thought. It's a half a day.
Okay.
And that's speed limit. So I mean, some of these people I don't understand.
Like a day by the time you're speeding, you get pulled over 5 times.
You know, I don't know how. Around here, you never see a motorcycle pulled over ever.
I got pulled over on my bike twice.
I got pulled over on my first bike, Honda CB 750, I think. And that was back in the day. I mean, nowadays, you get your permit and you go riding. You don't even ride with people, and you get practice, and then all you need is someone to show up at the road test. You know,
just to bring
as long as your lights are good, you just got to make sure you don't go out with a light out, and then you're fine.
Mhm.
That's in New York at least. But like Baggers and Brews, they had that little gathering, that little ride down by them,
Yeah.
and
there's a lot of
I'm
people.
like, and I thought my ankle would be better by then, and I'm like, I'm there, and they're like, you riding down here? I'm like, yeah. They're like, really? And I'm like, it's 3 hours. So I don't know. I don't know what people consider a long ride these days.
Honestly, what you're riding and who you're riding with makes it a long ride.
Yes.
I mean, the 17 hours it took me to do the 1,200-ish miles to Sturgis, that wasn't a very long ride to me because I was by myself and I set my own damn pace. I only stopped whenever I needed to stop. I didn't stop when anybody else needed to stop.
Yeah.
So it didn't seem like that long to me. I left at 4 o'clock in the morning. I got there at 9 o'clock at night. It wasn't that big.
So I'm on a site. I'm on a site, and somebody asked me if they could come to Sturgis with me for the ride, and they ride a Sportster, and I was like, "Oh God."
Yeah,
nice person, but I had a Sportster. I had a Sportster a long time ago, so I'm like, I'm feeling the pain, right? So I'm like,
I knew someone.
And you rode with somebody else a long distance, didn't you? You had to stop every 70 miles.
And you had to stop,
every 100 kilometers, you're stopping for gas. I'm like,
and everybody's giving you shit because you got because you have a baby gas tank, and we all have adult gas tanks and all that.
Oh, I know.
I know someone who had a 1200
but...
Sportster. They had a 1200 Sportster before she sold it, and she dropped a big tank on it and put a better seat on it. I could see where you could do it on something like that, but stock out of the factory, no. I mean,
at one point, like the 2005 Customs came with like a 4.5 gallon tank, so that's not too bad. It's not great by any means, but it's definitely not the 2.5 gallon peanut tank.
Oh yeah.
But so I'm riding a street glide, so I'm looking like 400 or 500K. I'm just like next town, and this is like 150K.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, I can't do this. This is like adding hours and hours and hours to a 17-hour trip, right? Like
there was I tried finding the post a while back. There was a guy that rode from Russia, took a ferry over to Alaska and rode down Alaska into Sturgis, rode down through Canada into Sturgis. The dude was on a Sportster with a 2.5 gallon tank, but above that tank he had another 2.5 gallon tank mounted.
Yeah.
And he carried everything that he would ever need on that bike. I'm just like, holy shit. When you want to do it, you want to do it.
You want to do it.
And people got pissed off because I was being a smartass. I said, oh, a Sportster's too small to ride to Sturgis. Just being a smartass. And some dude goes, real bikers really don't fucking care about that shit. And I'm like, dude, it's called sarcasm.
Yeah.
Get the fuck over yourself.
Yep.
And you know what? And you do care if you're riding with them. You do care. I don't care. I don't care who you are. You do care. Like I had the Sportster a long time ago. I know. You do care.
Oh, that bike that I pulled up earlier, he will get about 70 miles a tank, and we will stop about every 70 miles.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
A CB 750, so we'll stop about every 70 miles.
Yep.
And that's cool if we're going for beer.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going 700K.
Yeah.
But that's a 4-cylinder too.
Yeah, I want to stop every hour.
But honestly, that's probably going to be my best friend because I'm not sure if I've rode a solid 80 plus miles, 100 plus miles yet. I know I've attempted to, but the one day I thought, you know what, I'm going to ride 200 miles.
Mm-hmm.
I had to stop because of road construction at like the 60 some mile mark. Then I was cruising through another town and seen one of my buddies, and I was like, all right. So I whipped a U-turn and I talked to him for a little bit because I hadn't talked to him for a few months. I haven't done 100 miles yet. I know that much.
But you
Not
can't.
consecutive. I've done hundreds of miles since I've been back on the bike.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the bike is up to 3,600 now. I've only been back on it for oh hell, hold on. See if I can figure it out by looking at the calendar for last month. I think maybe June 11th. June 11th.
So what's the recovery time?
Well, my recovery time was fucked up because I broke my leg in October.
Yeah.
And they literally that day they put a plate and 8 screws in it. I went back to work. I went back to the doctor every month. And they said, oh, yeah, you're on track. You're on track. Middle of January, they said, you're on track. I'm like, good. When can I go back to work? They go, when do you want to go back to work? Sunday night. Okay, that works. I went back to work that following Sunday, January 16th. Started a whole new pay period. So I was like, that's when I need to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work before. I don't want to go back to work in the middle of the pay period. I want to go back to work beginning of it.
Yeah.
And I worked until mid-April. I took off work. We had one really nice weekend in mid-April. I mean, it was mid-70s, just gorgeous. Best weekend we'd had all year. I took off work the Friday or Thursday night so I can get up early Friday to mow the yard. And I could not put any weight on my left leg. It hurt that bad. I mean, I could because I walked and put the dogs outside, walked to the front door and put the dogs outside, and I made it back to the recliner, and that was about all I could do.
That ain't good.
And then I went to another orthopedic specialist. He did x-rays. Or I went to the doctor. He referred me to an orthopedic guy, which was my whole intent. And he did x-rays one week, CT scan the next week. He rolled all the way through the CT scan. Like I sit there and I watched him do it. The only thing that connected was the plate. So my leg never healed at all.
Oh, shit.
A couple screws.
So he referred me to somebody else because there was a lot of trauma from it trying to heal. And they did a, let's see, the day that I went there, he looked at the CT scan. He goes, well, we can do surgery on Tuesday. I went on a Monday. I'm like tomorrow? He goes,
That's
yeah, tomorrow. Like, okay. He goes, or we can wait until the following Thursday or whatever it was. I'm like, no, we can go ahead and knock this shit out as quick as possible. Because I lost my insurance through work. I had to switch over to my wife. Luckily, my wife was able to get insurance. Yeah, I've been carrying the insurance. And
you guys are crazy down there with your like healthcare. It's crazy,
dude. I know.
Like, we're in a totally different boat up here. I can't even understand what you're talking about. So,
but
I'm the same thing.
In what respect, though?
our insurance up here is ridiculous. Like we just go to the hospital and we're good.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's
not
not
that-
even the same thing. Not even the same thing with
Yeah, but now I've been to Canada, and I've known a couple people that lived in Canada that were regional managers down here. And
You're up,
number one, like my wife has allergies, and a blister pack of allergy medicine down here would be like $6.99, and it's like $28 or $35 up there. So
it's like free. It's like free. Go to the hospital. It's free.
but the guy like that lives in like Niagara area in Canada, his daughter was in soccer and took a blow to the head, and she needed like a CT scan.
Free.
And free, but he
Free.
said he had to wait for the wait time. He drove
That's the difference.
He drove into New York and got a CT scan that day, and they told him it was like 2 weeks, and he's like, "It's my daughter. I'm not gonna wait 2 weeks." That's the point.
I don't know if the time or not, but it's free.
It's free, but
your
for something like that,
wait time maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. So I was military for 22 years, so I walked into hospitals and got waited on immediately. Like I get CAT scans and C scans. Like I get everything done immediately. Mm-hmm. So if you're a civilian, I haven't had to go for one yet, so I don't know.
And I'm not talking about stuff I'm hearing on like Talk News.
No.
I'm talking about a guy who lived in Canada, who at the time he was living in Canada, and he said, my daughter, I could get a CT scan where I live in Canada a week and a half later, or I could drive into New York and get one that evening. And so we drove down into New York, so.
Sure, but you got to pick and choose your battles, right? It's like in Canada, it's like you're getting it for free. So if you have an allergy, for instance, right? You get your tests in Canada for free. Can I wait 2 days to get tested, or do I pay $4,000 in the US to get tested? So that's the difference. The difference is what you want to wait. And are we perfect here? No, for sure. Our healthcare here compared to you guys is pretty impressive. Like you guys pay out the ass for healthcare, whereas we don't. So
yeah.
And that's the only thing. It's like you may have to wait a day to get scanned.
Over-the-counter medicine is like crazy expensive up there. I had a friend. He before he visited relatives in Canada, he cleaned out some of the shelves, just the over-the-counter shit in a CVS, and he spent like I don't know $500. And people were buying it up there like it was an illegal drug. Wow. He came back with like $3,000, So, and I remember when we went up there, my wife wanted Benadryl or something in a blister pack that would have been like $6 down here was like $30 up there.
Wow!
And I'm not arguing.
Benadryl here is like $4.
Well, so, not Benadryl, but some kind of
Yeah. So if you want medicated stuff and you're an American, for sure you're going to pay for it. Just like I would in the States, you're going to pay big money. That's just the way it is.
And I'm listening and learning right now. You know what I mean?
If you're Canadian here and you go to the hospital, everything's free. Does it take a little bit longer? Sure, but it's free. So, I mean, I can go to the States and get surgery for $12,000. I can wait 2 days to get here for free. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think we have different mindsets on things. Like, I think when you get like bus, if you get hurt in the States, like you should get taken care of, and that's just the way it is. You shouldn't have to lose you shouldn't have to lose your house to get Medicare, right? It's just not the way it is. And in Canada, we don't do that. We're going more American now, but we're very you paid your taxes, you do this, you do that, and you get something out of it, right? So I'm not a fan. Now that I'm drunk, I'll tell you, I'm not a fan of the system with Medicare. Like you guys are trying to, like literally rape the injured, and there's no help involved, right? Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to pay out your ass to get a surgery that's compulsory that you paid in your country for years.
Well,
The
here's
people that
where it
have-
goes, and I'll tell you, it has to do with policy. All right, because
Yeah.
I'm 57. My friend I went to school with, and I remember when we were at baby having age, you know, and they wanted to have a baby,
Mhm.
and so you buy insurance to cover it, you know, like Blue Cross or whatever.
Which is crazy.
But listen, but back then, he couldn't just grab insurance and then go get pregnant. You know what I mean? They Because that's like driving a car with insurance. That's like driving a car uninsured and getting into an accident and then going, "Oh, I'm going to go get insurance now to cover the accident."
Yeah.
And then when the policymakers took away pre-existing and they forced insurance company to cover pre-existing, it was in essence the same as driving an uninsured vehicle, getting into an accident and then going to an insurance broker and say, I want insurance to cover the accident I had yesterday. No, it's an industry, and and they're blaming the insurance company, and they're blaming the doctors and things, when it's the policymakers that screwed it up in the beginning. It's always the politicians. You know what I mean? Because they were allowing
doctors aren't setting the rules.
They were allowing lawsuits, malpractice lawsuits, to fly through for millions of dollars were being awarded for bullshit. And so doctors, they're in it to make money, so they need all this medical malpractice insurance now because the lawsuits are flying. And so the prices went up because of that. So it all goes back to the policymakers. It had nothing. The insurance companies weren't raping people until the government said, "Oh, you have to cover pre-existing. If someone breaks their back, they can go sign up for insurance the next day, and you, the insurance company, have to pay for that." That's not fair, you know.
No, you're right.
It's just like the automobile Canada, analogy. I know, free.
Yeah. Here in Canada, we're our medical system is just more designed for the citizen, and we just there's not enough payment, and you pay taxes, so I mean you're paying into the system anyway. It's just I find in the U.S. you guys really try to make money. Our doctors don't make money off me coming to the hospital. Like they make money no matter what they do. So whether like bus accounts for a knee surgery or like it doesn't matter. Like they're not making more money for it. They're just they make the money anyway. So it's a different system, and they're wrong. We're moving more towards your system where the doctors are making more money because they're going to get paid for what they do as opposed to their job. So it is what it is, and we'll all be the same someday. And you know what I mean?
It's going to land somewhere flat in the middle somewhere. Sure. You know what I mean?
But I can use my spouse's insurance with my insurance, and my daughter's insurance can.
But if it's free, why do you need insurance? And what's the insurance for? If it's all free, what's the insurance for?
Like braces and other stuff, right? Like medication. Some medication isn't covered. Gotcha. So your insurance, so you pay like $40 a month or whatever it is.
And I'm not being combative. I'm learning right now.
No,
from you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
No.
I don't want to come off as an arrogant fucking American, you know?
Oh no, yeah.
But I mean,
he doesn't want to come off as an angry boomer or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a different system, and no, there's no right or wrong to it. Like,
I mean, I'd like to analyze the tax difference too. You know, how much, if you guys are paying a lot more taxes than you're paying for it anyway. It's no different than us paying for insurance. You know what I mean?
And you're probably right. Like it probably all balances out in the end of the day, but
it feels better being free.
It feels better to go to the hospital not knowing you're not paying $1 million to leave.
Years ago, we could scam the health the hospitals. You can go into the hospital, and I'm older than all you again. My first,
probably not much, but we're good.
my first kid is like 37 years old. So I was working at Burger King when he was born. We both were, me and her. And the law was if you didn't pay, they'd send you a bill. And they send you a bill if you sent them a $10 check and they accepted that check and cashed it, it became a binding contract. And you didn't have to ever pay more than $10 monthly or whatever for that. I don't know how it works now, but crazy stuff. But we wandered into politics, which I hate, you know. Go ahead.
All right, let's quit talking about insurance.
Yeah,
for sure.
And we're on the 3-hour mark, and I'm on the East Coast, which means it's getting late. So I'm going to bow out of here in a minute.
But no, whenever I see, damn it, I got to pull my calendar back up. I'm wanting to say May 27th. May 27th, I went to the doctor. May 28th. Nope, sorry. I think maybe it was May 23rd, I went to the doctor, and then May 24th, they did the surgery. They pulled out the plates and screws, and they called me 1 week later because they did a bone biopsy while they were at it, make sure there was no infection that was keeping it from healing.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, well, we can do the surgery on Thursday. Okay. So they called me on Tuesday and said they could do the next surgery on Thursday, which is where they cut a hole in my knee and drove a titanium rod through it.
No thanks.
They also cut the tibia or the fibia because the fibia healed. The bone that they don't give a shit about healing is the one that healed. How the fuck does that work?
The small one on the outside, you're talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't fibula. Matter if it heals. It doesn't bear any weight. It's just kind of there for structure, I guess.
And for swivel.
Yeah.
Like you have 2 bones in the front of your arm so you can swivel your hand.
But it healed. And it healed crooked. It healed like this. So they had to cut it at the bend. So I've got 5 incisions in my left leg. And one of them they went through a second time whenever they took the plate and screws out. And they also did a subdermal screw whenever they put the titanium rod in. I'm still haven't figured out how the hell stainless steel can drill through titanium because titanium's harder than fucking hell.
Yep. So if you were in and that happened, how does that work for you guys? Like still in the military?
It would be covered and I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but I can go to the VA and be covered, but I've never registered with the VA. I need to.
The one thing I learned is you have to.
Yeah, I need to.
Here in Canada, it's you have to. Yeah.
I need to, and it covers everything.
Yeah.
And this, I can't say that they would cover it because I went to a different doctor, whatnot, but they would cover
it. Depends on the doctor, I think.
Huh?
Here in Canada, depends on the doctor too. So yeah, you need to do that though.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, brothers, we're past 3 hours for me, so good day, eh? And rest of you, all you guys, keep the top sides of your dealios up, and I'll talk to you another time.
See you, Boomer.
Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it. Peace.
All right. Well, I finally got to take a Bert or an R. Kelly or a Moto Noggin or a
Whatever,
George.
yeah.
What the hell it is?
George Burt, Bodo Noggin, Bry, whatever that. So.
Yeah.
No, man. No, hey, Canadian.
So everything in Texas, man.
I sent you a request to follow you on Instagram earlier. I don't know if you saw it yet.
Yeah, I'll check in a second. We'll do the same.
Yeah.
Do you have any videos out, or you just like hanging out like me?
What's that? What did you say?
I said you have videos out, or you just hanging out?
I just hang out. It's one of those I've had like Moto Noggin and a few others like when I've been on it, like how I'm doing right here. They're like, you need to do videos. You need to do some videos because you have the personality to do it. You're not just going to be like, hey, I'm riding my bike down this road talking all monotone, And plus,
here's my part. It's on the bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's not.
And then also, I've done a lot of traveling. Like I've been to Canada several times. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Europe. I've been to Australia. Just on vacation stuff, from work.
Yeah.
And they're like, Jack, you really need to do that and put it on YouTube and stuff. And now my excuse / joke is, I don't know if I really want to work that hard when I'm on vacation.
Oh, me too.
Because you have to film everything. Because you never know when there's going to be that shot that you don't want to miss. Shit. So, but no, I've been.
It's the same.
Go ahead. What's that?
It's the same. It's the same. Like people like, you're a good talker. You can do this. You can do that. I'm like, it's a lot of work, man. I watch what he does, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, I also had that feeling of, who the hell would want to watch me? Who the hell would want to watch me?
Yeah.
I mean, who the hell, Now I joke. Yeah. Right now, I'm really just trying to get into better physical health.
That's good. That's awesome.
I mean that's a number one issue his goal is my health. And like I've lost probably about maybe 50, 60 pounds,
Wow.
Here recently. Well, I mean, but when you're as big as I was, it's the bigger you are, the easier it is to lose that much weight. I can tell you, Canadian vet, after you lose a little bit of weight and you get in better shape, it's amazing how much better riding that bike is. It's amazing how much less you really want to change the rear suspension when you're minus about 50, 60 pounds. It's amazing how much easier those bumps are. Except when your damn saddlebag falls off like it did today with me. So, but yeah, I really want to get back into traveling, not just on the Harley, but also I know I have HD in my name, but the AV is short for aviation because I love aviation. I love to fly. I love being on planes and stuff like that, and going to where that what aviation can do. You freeze, Canadian? I think you froze. I think you froze.
I'm back though. Does that count?
Yeah, of course. We're happy to have you back. Oh, he froze. No, it's not. It does not stand for high def. No, it doesn't. Sorry. I'm just on my computer. I'm just on my laptop's video camera.
Dude, to be honest with you, I thought maybe you had a Pan America with HDAV.
I think Truck and Biker actually said that on a live stream I was on with him, and I just told him that. I think I stood up too so you could see, and I was like, I told him, I said, do you really think my fat ass can fit on a fucking Pan America? Do you really think my fat ass can fit on a Pan America?
I mean, they have an electronic suspension on, dude.
Yeah. Sitting on it is not the problem for me, Busted. It's being able to shift the gears and comfortably shift the gears and the foot controls.
Yeah.
That like okay. I'll just tell you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, cool! You made Truck and Bikers logo. Nice. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I've only met him on like just how we're doing right now. Here in a few weeks, I'm gonna hopefully get to meet him in person. I'm gonna ride down to Houston, to my hometown of Houston, Texas, to for an event, for a benefit that one of the other motovloggers is doing for his own son, and hopefully he'll be there, and I'll get to meet him in person. So.
All right, sorry, I'm back.
I can't fly. Mortally afraid of heights. Oh, here he is. Well, hopefully he's back.
Well,
he's getting
he's
there.
partially back.
He's getting there. Maybe a slow process for him, but we're all right with that. I can't fly. Mortally afraid of heights. Well, then, hey, Chad, don't get a window seat then. If you've read Heights, don't get a window seat. I love having the window seat. So, and sitting on an exit row, but I'm 6'2", so I need a little bit of room. Oh, Big Smitty's outro, nice.
I love Big Smitty. I mean, dude, you speak to shit.
Well, I'll get to meet him too. So, although I think I saw somewhere he said he had to work that day at the benefit, so he may not be there. So, his nickname in the Defenders of Animals riding club that he's in is called Overtime because he works a crud load of overtime. I don't know exactly what he does. I have an idea, and yeah, yeah, they work a lot. So
I used to put in a lot of damn overtime.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do 6 12s a week at least, sometimes 7.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, I wanted to do it at the time, but
yeah,
I haven't worked. The only time I work 12-hour shifts now is if I can work 3 12, so I only have to take off 4 hours of vacation for the week.
Mm.
So I work 3 days and I've got 4-day weekend. And I only got to take a half a day vacation. Which we're trying to get them to let us go. Let us do 4 10s and be good on second shift because there's 5 of us on second shift or third shift. There's nobody on second shift. Everybody else is on day shift out of the 80 people in our plant. Why not give us a little bit of leeway and let us have 4 10s? Because we're already working a shit shift. And if you need overtime out of us, let's do 5 10s, which is what we'd be doing anyways. But we can't seem to talk them into it.
Now, Chad, Busted may disagree with me on this, but now I love to fly. I love being on planes. I love what aviation can do for it can do so many things, take you to so many neat places. There he is. He's back. I mean, you can get on a plane and be on the other side of the world. And some pretty, I've been very lucky. I've been able to go to some very cool places, some very sad places, some very powerful places. So I've been, now he's gone again.
Where'd he
go? Where'd he go?
You start talking about planes instead of motorcycle. He said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Well, hell, I was gonna maybe say some of the places I've been, that are pretty cool. Some of them have military connections, so I've been very, very, very blessed to be able to go to these places. So,
but yeah, damn it, where the hell was it? What the hell was I thinking?
I don't know. I'm not a mind reader, my friend. Sorry,
bro.
The
whole aviation thing. I I want to learn how to fly a helicopter.
That'd be cool.
The
That'd be cool.
the plane, yeah, that would be cool, but I think a helicopter would be more challenging.
Mm-hmm. How
So
good your eyesight?
not worth a fuck.
Well, then you may not be. I don't know if they're going to let you fly then. Maybe a helicopter. I don't know. But a plane with an airline pilot, you got to have perfect vision.
No, I don't want to be an airline pilot.
So,
if I want to fly, I want to fly myself, and
yeah.
I mean, friends, family.
But I think just to get just to be a pilot, period, you have to have very good to pick up packages.
What kind of packages you picking up, Paul?
Flying a drone. Yeah.
I can do that, but
no, it's.
I mean, not legally, but I can fly a drone.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
I don't have my Part 107, but also I'm not making any money off of it. So
from what I hear, you don't. From what I hear, you don't. You don't have to have the Part 107 unless you're monetized, unless you're making money off of which I don't understand and don't really want to. Yeah.
Maybe I just need to not once I do get monetized, not monetize any video that has drone footage and call it good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then again,
not every video is going to have drone footage. So
yeah, but sometimes the ones that you really want to get out there to the public that could get a lot of views. Like let's just say you did one of you going to Sturgis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to want to have drone shots in that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I could also do 2 releases, one monetized, one non-monetized.
Yeah.
One with drone footage, one with no drone footage.
Yeah, but everybody's going to want to see the one with drone footage. You should, So.
Again, Paul, fuck Fort Sill. Quit bringing up that hellhole.
Oh gosh.
But honestly, Paul, I still have family in Oklahoma City area, Yukon, Edmond, and I don't actually know where the other one lives. Sturgis doesn't care. That's right. Sturgis doesn't care. A great short film.
Yeah, that was a really great film that Full Throttle Hog did.
Yeah. Honestly, one of the better motorcycle videos I've seen is I've got it saved in my watch later, and I've watched it 4 or 5 times already.
Mm-hmm.
Is The Way We Ride, Road to Sturgis 75th.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a guy basically puts out on Facebook or whatever, hey, who wants to go to Sturgis? He goes, normally 20 people say, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
and
sure,
the day of the ride, 4 people show up. And then he goes, I put it out on Facebook, hey, let's go to Sturgis. 20 people said, hey, let's go. And 25 showed up.
Shit.
And I mean, it was choppers, it was Dynas, it was there was a hardtail in there somewhere. And they rode from California to Sturgis.
Mm-hmm.
They did have a support truck that went with them that, I mean, apparently the guy puts on is some kind of video editor, even though he doesn't have very much on this channel. Apparently he has something on some other channels, or maybe he does it professionally. I don't know. But he had Affliction supplied him with a support truck and a trailer, food and beer and money for gas and but
Why We Ride was very good. I remember watching it.
Who did Why We Ride?
can't remember now, but it was really good. Paul, who did why we ride? I don't remember now.
Is that just a straight up movie? Okay, yeah, it's a movie, right, Paul?
Yeah, it's a documentary movie. Excuse me.
It's free on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and add that to the save to watch later.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just a heads up, as soon as I finish this beer, we're going to go ahead and call it quits.
Well, we've only been streaming for 3.5 hours. Hopefully we gave some. Hopefully we entertained. Hopefully we gave some good entertainment to the people. So
I'd say somebody out there is at least going, "What the hell's wrong with these guys?" So,
damn, what the fuck? Man, Pro Monkey and Baggers and Brews are way better than these guys. I mean, fuck. You know. No, if your next stream is going to Saturday stream is going to be July 30th, so that's when I'm going to be going down to Houston for that benefit for Knuckles TV's son. Now I'm going to ride down in the morning, but I don't know if I'm going to ride back that night or not. I don't know. So, but just because of the heat.
let's see. Yeah, it would be July 30th.
Yeah. Yeah, the benefit starts at 3, and depending on how long I stay and everything and the weather and how hot it is, like 9 Mil, who was on earlier, like I said, he lives probably about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour from me.
Yeah.
He said, hey, I'll bring my truck and trailer so that way if you don't feel like riding, then we can just put it on my trailer. We can just put it on the trailer and then I'll just bring it home. So I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, I ain't ashamed. I'll say it right now. Yep, I'll put it on the trailer. That's fine. I rode from Texas to Sturgis to Colorado to Tennessee and North Carolina. I don't need to prove anything else, okay?
Nope.
I don't need to prove anything anymore. So
yeah, Paul. Or no, it's not Matt. It's James, isn't it?
No, his name's Matt.
Okay.
At least I think it is. It says nine. I think his name on Instagram is 9 Mil on 2 Wheels Matt or something like that.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, July 30th is my next scheduled live.
mm-hmm. I'll try to be well. If you started at the time that you did tonight, I probably could be home in time.
It'll be 8 o'clock. I think is what I said. 8 Eastern or Central, 8 Central.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what time I started tonight. Close
Mm-hmm.
to 10, I think. Yeah. Right. 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
9:45.
Mm-hmm.
East to West Coast, you didn't do that.
Oh well, yeah. Sorry, I live in the middle part of the country. Sorry. Yeah.
Hey, Bedlam, my dream ride, one of my dream rides, my bucket list rides is US 50 all the way across in US. And once I pick up the end of US 50 out on California, go up to US 36 and bring it across. So, 3 hours and 34 minutes ago there, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
and there's a whole 3 of us watching now.
Mm. I guess we
But
scared
hey,
off
smash
Chad.
that like button, people.
I guess we scared off Chad. I guess.
And probably.
Yeah. He just.
Well, I'm not counted as one of the people watching, so.
He just started following me on Instagram, so. Well, I guess. Oh, there he is. He's back now. So. I guess Canadian Vet's not going to join us.
He said, sorry, can't reconnect. So.
Shit, that sucks.
We'll see you next time, Canadian Vet. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah,
He just
join us next time if you can see it, if you can hear us. But yeah, I always do.
I'm not going to do a 14-hour live stream.
Oh, you're not going to do it? You're not going to do a Scouse or a Droop?
Nope.
When Droop did his last one, where it was like 8 or 9 hours, I fell asleep. You know, I just had it on my phone, plugged my phone in, went to sleep, and I woke up. For some reason, I woke up, and I was like, "Damn, they're still going? Damn." You know, but hey, if you can make it, I say go for it. You want to do it? No, this was another one. This was like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
like right before his health scare. Like I woke up and what's his name? NC Crimson Glide was still on with him. I think somebody else.
Bill, yeah.
I can't remember. I remember Crimson Glide being on, and maybe someone else was. I don't remember. But I was like, damn, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed, man. Go to bed.
Yeah, I mean,
holy
shit. Sorry, I'm getting notifications that should have happened hours ago.
From what?
Just different apps. Instagram, Facebook.
Okay.
Oh, hell.
Well,
I think we'll go ahead and call it a night.
All right.
The whole 5 people that are watching, which there's 4 plus or 5 plus me, so.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, it's been fun as always, man. Always fun.
Yeah, Chad, it is, or Bedlam, or no, it was Chad. Chad, it is BBB, the Backyard Bike Builders. It's just a small thing that my friends do. Most of them have built bikes in their backyard and in their back garage. So that's what we do. And they all give each other shit, you know. Well, now you ride a street glide. Now you ride this. Now you ride that.
No,
And they
Chad,
go, yeah, but I don't have to cover my bike when it rains. I can ride it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Chad, no, that was another live stream. That was another one. How can you do that? Put your boards upside down. Hey, Chad, that was one live stream. He just did another one 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was, right before his health scare, where he was on for even longer than the one you're talking about.
Hey, Bedlam, fuck that swing shift shit. All right. Paul M must turn into a damn Russian or something.
I know. I was like, how the hell do you do that? How do you do that?
All right. I'll see you later.
Hey, have a good night. Later, guys.
See ya.
See ya.